Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2025 USAPL Collegiate Nationals, Day 2, Session 3. Tonight we've got a stacked lineup for you guys. We're watching the 75 kilo and 82.5 kilo women. These girls have gathered from across the country to be here tonight and represent themselves and their schools, and we're excited to watch them lift. My name is Tong. I'll be commentating with you guys, and yeah, we're excited for this session. Coming up here first on the platform, on platform 1 we have Violet out of Davenport University. She's taking 112.5 kilos. Platform 3 we have Amberlyn. Oh, she's stepping off the platform. Okay, we're back with Violet here on platform 1. Just a very easy squat. It's a nice opener right there.
Welcome, guys. I am Bryce Lewis. I've been here behind the scenes the last few days and will continue to be through the rest of this competition. Great to be here commentating alongside you.
Yeah, we're excited, Bryce. We have Amber Stevens on platform 2. So, nice, easy squat.
Amberlyn Hoper on platform 3, really taking your time on that descent. Just not deep enough on that squat. In equip lifting, possible she has to speed up that descent to kind of pop just below parallel. Saloon from UAB, 102.5 kilos, good first squat as she starts our way off here. If you guys are tuning in and you are a family member or a friend, you can go to LiftingCast.com to see the same scoreboard that we're looking at here. Great place to see universities, body weights, the loads the athletes are entering. This is the system that we use to run the competition, and you can follow along with the action. Joy from NUPL, opening with 145. Strong equipped team for both men and women there.
We have Sonia taking the platform, platform 1. She's opening with 125. Out of William Jewell College. Let's go. She's taking the bar. We have Grayson Card on platform 2 right now, 75 kilo lifter. Great squat, Sonia. So that should be 3 white lights. Grayson's taking the bar right now. Another great opener. If you're watching at home, it's really important for these athletes to be taking nice and easy openers. These get them in the meet. At the end of the day, each athlete's going to have to do at least 1 squat, 1 bench, and 1 deadlift to register a total. And so taking a nice easy opener, almost like a warm-up, is a great way to set up your day as a competitor.
Yeah, exactly. So many things can go wrong. You just want to make sure that you don't have to change. I mean, you can't go down, so you have to make sure it's set up well, as Annika makes sure that she sinks that squat on openers. 3 white lights. In equip lifting, it's not just that light is better. There's kind of like a sweet spot. Too light and you just can't hit depth. Too heavy and you can't squat it. So you kind of have to ride this middle point in between those two extremes.
Great squat by Rachel on platform 2. Very powerful opener right there. A lot of women taking 125 kilos right now. We'll be looking at LiftingCast to see what attempts they take on the second. Yeah, but we have a run on 125 going.
Got a lot of lifters here, but if you are looking for kind of the top of these weight classes, you'll be looking at platform 1's second flight and platform 2's second flight. And on the equip side, it's platform 3 as we are starting right now.
Nice squat by Greenlee on platform 1. I'm not sure if that was depth, but we'll see here. Yep, so the judges called no depth on that. She just has to get a little bit lower in her squat.
Now, you've been back here coaching the last few days, is that right?
Yeah, I have.
How's it been back there?
It's been a good environment. It's a pretty intimate setting in the warm-up room, but a lot of these people are excited. And so everyone's very supportive, and these athletes are ready to go.
You got enough space back there for your athletes to warm up?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a training hall environment. 4 platforms long in one single row and about 100 feet of warm-up space. Pretty cool.
Okay, we have Katie on platform 1. She's taking her opener as well. It's 135 out of Oregon University. And we have Amelia on platform 2 taking 127.
Carla Lovato blasts up that 112.5 from Boston University. as something happened for Chloe Robinson's first attempt there. They took the bar. Hopefully she can come back and get it on a second attempt. You see that graphic pop up that shows the next 5 lifters there, so you can see what's ahead. Now, this is not only an individual competition, it's also a team competition. You are trying to score points by your placing so that your college can beat other colleges for kudos, for the pride. It's a huge deal, not only to win, but to place for your college. Got Janessa Vela from Midland, quite high in the placings right now in many divisions. 4 divisions, raw men, raw women, equipped men, equipped women.
And I'm not sure how much you can hear on the live stream, but in this room right now, I mean, a lot of these schools are bringing their whole rosters. They've got bands in here. They're playing the drums. They're playing instruments. It's a lively environment. It's here. The team aspect is really pronounced here in collegiate powerlifting.
And it just has me looking at the screen.
We've got Caitlin on platform 2. Finishing out our openers here. And we have Mackenzie from Purdue on platform 1. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, as we said with LiftingCast, you're going to want to have that open so that you can see what your lifters are going to be doing on their second attempts. It's a good way to see what a lifter is thinking about their strength, if they take a big jump or a more conservative jump, as well as what their plan is going into the day and how to build the best total. So I think Mackenzie there missed on depth. You just want to get a little bit deeper in that squat, but you'll be all right. Usually when the bar moves pretty well, lifters feel comfortable taking a jump after a miss, and I think we'll see if she does that here. Great squat by Erica on platform 4. Okay, we've got Thelma Andrews on platform 3, equipped lifter out of Louisiana Tech, the Raging Cajuns. There we go. Sorry, University of Louisiana. There you go, beautiful squat. We'll see if that was deep enough. Oh, 2 white lights, that's all you need to pass.
Janina Din coming out 117.5.
We have Amelia taking her opener on platform 2 out of Liberty University.
Got a minute to set up. Feels like a short amount of time, but it's quite a lot amount of time, especially if you're there by the chalk bowl when they say bar is loaded. So solid, Janina.
We've got Abigail on platform 1 from UMass taking her opener as well.
And we're both competitors, and honestly, after you get that opening squat out of the way, it feels like just a huge relief.
Oh,
kind
absolutely.
of settle into the day. Something about that first squat should be so easy, but it's just it's unknown. It feels unknown.
I think it's probably the only lift of the competition where you're just feeling unsure. You have all of your anxieties building up to that one moment. But as soon as you get that first lift, you're in the meet. As far as squats go, and you're ready to compete. All right, on platform 2, you're going to see that Kimber Miller is a guest lifter. This means that she didn't make weight for qualifying weight class. Now, at these meets, usually you're allowed to lift as a guest lifter after you miss your weight, but you won't be able in the competition to place or have points for university. All right, we have 4 more attempts on platform 1. We have Samantha taking 145.
Yeah, mostly across the board. We're closing out these first attempts. Joy Lee from Equipped. I remember watching Joy Lee 2 years ago. These athletes stay with their college teams for quite a while through these Equipped divisions. Really cool to see the maturity, growth, both physically and mentally as well.
Beautiful squat on platform 2 by Erica out of Washington University. Okay.
Aaliyah Gonzalez, 122.5. Coming from CSU San Marcos. Hey, easy squat. She's happy with it.
We've got an easy opener by Sydney Jones out of UMass Lowell.
With the smiley face on the knee sleeve.
Yeah, we love that.
Tons of energy. Caitlin Tagle coming from Midland. She means business today. Second heaviest opener there.
And we have our second heaviest opener on platform 1 with Olivia Wilson. She is taking 147.5. There we go.
Solid work there, Caitlin.
Cool. Bit of a slow opener
it was depth.
by Bella on platform 2. We'll see how much she jumps after that.
Kaylee Long taking care of business, locks in 125 for the opener there. 125, a huge number, that 2 red plate jump.
Great opener by Olivia on platform 1. We have Ileana taking 145 on platform 2. This is our second to last squat on platform 2. And we have Lauren Steiger from Penn State on platform 1. That's going to be our heaviest squat on that platform, 147.5 kilos.
Jenna Mailer from Midland stands up with 210. I don't know if you guys can hear the crazy cheering. That is Midland squad. The athletes themselves, as soon as they're done competing, before they're competing, afterwards, they're cheering for their athletes, banging drums. It's a whole affair out there. And I'll tell you what, if I was the lifter, I would not want to miss my lift with my team cheering me on.
Right. Well, I think they give you a lot of energy, too, in this sort of environment. After, a hard prep and having to travel, those nerves, that anxiety can turn into excitement, and that can help you lift some weight.
Yeah. Quick squat for Angela Sims, 130 kilos on platform 4. We are getting into second attempts now.
We've got our last squat on platform 2 by Christy Doe. 75 kg lifter lifting 150 kilos. That's twice her body weight. And then we have our first, second attempts on platform 1 with Violet out of Davenport University.
Amberlyn on platform 3, 2 times squatting high, unable to make the correction there. It is tough when you train a certain way, you feel depth a certain way, to come here and expect to do something different. I'm not sure if that's the case for her, but she does need to make a correction on a third attempt if she wants to stay in the meet. Solid 7.5 kilo jump, Abigail Velton.
We have
2 reds on that. Center and a side. Usually don't see that, but that'll be a no lift for depth.
We've got Amber on platform 2 taking a 10 kilo jump to 127.5. Her opener moved pretty nice, so we're going to see how much she has right here. A lot of these second attempts are going to gauge the top end of the strength for these lifters today. So it'll be very important to see how these second attempts move. After that first attempt, lifters tend to send a little bit more into the meet. They know where they're at and what they're comfortable with taking.
Joy executes with 152. 3 white lights for her. Caitlin stands up with 115 on platform 4. And we are quickly going up with the weight here.
Yeah. Emily on platform 1 with 130 kilos. There you go, a nice squat.
Annika Mensick gets ready with 157.5.
Charlotte on platform 2 for another 10 kilo jump to 127.5. Just getting set up here. That's a nice squat. Let's see, that's 3 white lights. That's perfect squat. Yeah, I think she has some room to go up there. Sonia taking 130 kilos on platform 1. Opener was a bit shaky. We'll see how this one moves here. There you go. There you go. That's strong. Yeah, and you can see that she's talking on the platform too. She feels it. When you have that confidence, that can prepare you to take a lot heavier weight. Maybe the opener was a little bit shaky. Maybe it was nerves, but she knows she's in the meet now, and she can take what she thinks her top end is.
Mm-hmm.
Got Maggie doing 132.5 on platform 2. Very smooth.
We've got Jamie Hall descending with 162. Hitting depth, grinding, making her way through the stick. Good execution.
Nice squat by Alexis on platform 1. She's smiling. She's ready to go. 1 red on depth. You'll see here a couple of these ladies are hitting missing depth on one side. As long as they get 2 white lights, they're still good to go. but just a little bit of information for themselves and their coaches to, maybe adjust the game plan or to make sure they're squatting a little bit deeper just so that the other ref doesn't catch that.
Yeah, you've got to try not to let it rattle you. I mean, you did get a good lift. Like, don't change anything. Go out there and just continue.
Absolutely. If you're in a squat and that weight's on your back, you can't do anything besides be confident.
Yep. In fact, I think doubt is the biggest killer you could possibly have.
Yep, absolutely.
Chloe Robinson, Raging Cajuns. Man, they bring the energy out there. She is trying to retake 175.
All right, we had Greenlee on platform 1. She missed her opener on depth, retook that weight. Now she's ready to go. She got 2 white lights. As long as she tries to maintain the same position, I think she should be good for a lot heavier squat. I'm thinking that's what she was planning, but retaking is not the worst strategy. You're just trying to get yourself in the meet, and now you have room to take a big jump.
I think Chloe was deeper on this squat here as she stands up with 175. We're waiting for lights. We're waiting. It's good. Love to see all of our lifters in the meet. Lainey Jenkins, 122.5, successful there.
We have Katie on platform 1. She missed her first squat. She's retaking the weight here. Let's see how she approaches this. Go, nice and easy. We'll see if that was deep enough. She's got a bit more narrow stance. You see? Okay, that's another missed lift. So she's going to need to get the next one to stay in the meet.
Janessa Vela gets the start command. 182.5, 400 pounds, grinding. It's going to be a tough day for Janessa on squats. With a miss, it looks like on strength. I'm worried for her next attempt. We'll see what happens. No problems for Celia Holden, 122.5.
Have Samantha retaking her opener here. Again, very easy for her. We'll just see if she hits the depth right here.
What's your mindset if you're 0 for 2, trying to come back?
I think when you're 0 for 2, you start thinking about bombing out. I think you need to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah, it's that doubt we were talking about, right?
Right.
As a coach, what kind of words are you saying to the athlete in the warm-up room to just keep their mind right?
Nothing negative. I mean, like I said, like an athlete is going to be thinking words just completely negative connotations. Don't bomb out. You have to reaffirm them that they're going to hit the squat and they're going to fix whatever issue it is.
Yep.
So we have Mackenzie on platform 1 here. This is pretty interesting.
Carla with a drive. Carla hits a hard sticking point and works her way through it.
And goes up anyways. When you're feeling strong and you know you can squat a little deeper, you're able to take that risk here. But we'll see if she makes it.
Mackenzie, the all-pink A7. Shout out to A7, our major presenting sponsor for this competition. Thelma Andrews, 2 for 2. Shouts out to the crowd, teammates, people who you train with every single day in the audience. Pretty cool. It's a different powerlifting here, you know what I mean? Like, most people don't get the chance to train with a team every single day where everyone's doing the same competition coming up, in a few weeks, and it's just awesome. I feel like I wish more people got a chance to experience that.
Absolutely. A lot of people I meet in the gym, they look at collegiate powerlifting and they always wish that they started a little earlier. Great squat by Kristen on platform 1.
Okay, we've got Caitlin Tagle trying to repeat 210. Twisting. She really, really fought for that. Okay, we have 2 Midland athletes in trouble in platform 3. Going to have to see what happens. These team points are going to be important. NUPL, I know, is hot on the heels there. Jenna Mailer may have to hold them off from Midland. Janina Din, 127, looks good for her. Nice and clean. Exactly what we want a second attempt to look like. Yeah, so we talked about what a first attempt looks like. What are we looking for in a second?
A second attempt, I think the biggest thing you're gauging is how big the difference is from that first and the second and how the athlete is feeling. Most of these lifters are coming in with a plan. They know a third that they want to hit or a range. The second attempt is completely to understand, hey, like, what can I do? What am I comfortable with? And what are my competitors doing? A lot of these women are here today competing against other people. Locally, they're usually just competing against themselves, putting up a total, but they have to consider what other people are doing today.
Joy Lee is hyped up on platform 3. She knows she needs this lift. Feet set. Start command.
3 white lights for Amelia on platform 2. It's a great lift.
Joy is in. Second attempt in. Honestly, getting through 3 squats is very demanding for these equipped lifters. Aaliyah Gonzalez walks away with a successful second attempt there.
We've got Amelia and Erica on platform 1 and platform 2 respectively. Go. Yep. Bit stuck out of the hole for Amelia. Or I'm sorry, Emily. We'll see if that was 3 white lights. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about earlier. We'll see what she's comfortable taking. A lot of lifters, based on the way they're built, they're going to have different sticking points. But they know their training. They've been there before. So depending on how she's feeling right now, we'll see how big of a jump she takes.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Bella on platform 2 out of Colorado University.
Jesselyn Fuentes grinds through that second attempt. We're going to see if it was deep enough. You get a sense for how these things are, but not always. 3 white lights there. Very good. And our heaviest second attempt for Jenna Mailer coming up.
Okay, Bella got stuck in that hole. We'll see. I'm going to assume they're going to retake that. And a great squat by Sydney on platform 1.
Yeah, fantastic. Normally you see a little bit more difference in technique, but a lot of these lifters adopting the same stance with just wider than shoulder width, narrow hand position. They're trying to create a stable shelf for that barbell.
Right. For the most part, when these women are in the same weight classes, weight classes can kind of point to similarities in height and build. And so you won't see much variation in lifting styles until you really start going across these weight classes. But a lot of these women, they are unique in their own ways. They're here to compete. And I think we'll still see more differences on bench and deadlift.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are some differences with equipped lifting and the demands of the suit. Totally different thing. On platform 3, we've got 3 lifters in trouble. We need your help in the chat to get behind your lifters. Amberlynn Hoper from William Jewell College coming out.
Let's see what just happened here on platform 1. I believe they asked Lauren to replace the bar. A lot of times when a lifter's getting set up, if they're not locking out their knees or, she's running out of time here. She has 4 seconds to get the call from the ref. Let's see, she's going to time out.
Such a bummer to time out like that. It's so frustrating.
She's going to go back and talk to her coach about what happened. If it was an issue of setup, I think they can just calm her down and try to see what she feels comfortable with on the 3rd. Maybe to retake that weight. But we'll see here what they do on LiftingCast.
Amberlynn Hoper, unfortunately, a bad day. 0 for 3 on squat. It's just depth. The strength is there, but she won't post a total, which means her team points will not be contributed or added. We hope to see her in bench press and deadlift and continuing to meet.
We've got Olivia on platform 1. Christy on platform 2 with another strong squat. One thing to keep in mind, folks, is that after these lifters leave the platform, they have a minute to go back and consult with their coaches, their handlers, make a decision on the next one. A lot of times when it's straightforward, you're having a great meet, it's easy to stick to the plan. But in these cases where, there's a mix-up, there's a mistake, there can be a lot of stress involved in making that decision.
Yeah, honestly, I wish there was more time sometimes to kind of decide what your next attempt is going to be. It feels very rushed.
Right. Usually they try to come in with multiple plans, but it's hard to prepare for everything. We've got Amber on platform 2 retaking her second.
Joy Ju Allen, 157.5. Smart attempt selection there. Sometimes it's just about stacking kilos. Look, your 3rd attempt doesn't need to be an all-out max, especially here.
Especially on squat, too. A lot, if you max out your squat, there's a lot of implications on, where you're getting fatigued. A lot of lifters like having a nice, decently heavy squat. But just keeping their back nice and good for bench and deadlift.
Yeah, it's risk reward. How much is that extra 2.5 kilos going to increase the risk that I might miss this?
Right. We've got Charlotte on platform 2 and Sonia on platform 1. Both of these lifters trying to go 3 for 3 and open their days. starting perfect.
What a grind. Saloon Fedovsky just takes 2.5 kilos up, 117.5. Earned every little bit of that squat. Annika Mensick successful with her 162.5. We are raising the bar.
Ooh, great squat on platform 1 by Sonia. That's 3 for 3 on the day. Charlotte just missing. I think she got to that sticking point, just couldn't get past it. Only took a 5 kilo jump. She doesn't lose that much on her total. And she'll be looking to start back on bench.
Anna Sojka, 122.5. Hey, the other component about all of this for the equipped lifters is timing the knee wraps. I don't know if you've ever been wrapped. It's painful. You don't want to be in them any longer than you have to. So you have to time it perfectly, as Jamie Hall
It's a great grind.
just works through that one for that extra 2.5 kilos.
We have Katie on platform 1. She needs a squat to stay in the meet. She's been missing on depth. Let's see if she can get a little deeper here.
Come on, Katie.
Here we go.
Little
All right, we'll
twist there, but she did recover.
3 white lights. She's in the meet.
A sigh of relief there as Katie Zimmerman is in.
We've got Grayson taking her last squat on platform 2, taking a 7.5 kilo jump.
No lift there for Caitlin at 125. You know, you come in with a game plan, very possible. Things are just different on the day. You know, your strength isn't there. Your peak wasn't well. It was travel. It was fluid intake. It was nerves. Every little thing. It could just be, you know, you messed up your technique.
Right. For a lot of these lifters, if they're traveling, it's probably the first time they're traveling this far for a meet. Strength can be very sensitive to changing variables. And so managing that on the day is extremely important, especially communicating with their teams backstage. Okay, Emily going 3 for 3. Here, let's see the lights. Okay, 3 for 3. Great job. We have Rachel taking her 3rd squat right now on platform 2.
Okay, Janessa and Caitlin, if you're a Midland friend, family, platform 3 is where you need to be. 2 lifters back-to-back, 0 for 2, backs against the wall. This is equipped powerlifting. I mean, equipped powerlifting is high risk, high energy, exciting to watch. Okay, Lainey Jenkins just next door, platform 4. Nice 127.5 squat. Great call, great execution.
Great 3rd by Greenlee Martinez on platform 1. She only took a 2.5 kilo jump, which I'm curious what their thinking was back there. Both her squats, even though she missed our opener on depth, was very strong. But she's in the meet. She's got 2 attempts, and she's going to come back on bench.
Janessa Vela, so what happened there is she tried to sink further and then fell out of her groove. Really difficult to come back after that when you're squatting in a way that you're not used to, honestly.
Right. These equipped lifters, they have to consider a lot more things than the raw lifters, working with that equipment. There's a lot of variables involved in making sure that they perform well. Great squat by Maggie on platform 2.
Yeah, nice work, Maggie.
It's a tough fail by Alexis on platform 1. She'll be ready to come back on bench.
Carla Lovato's been fast the entire time. She knows she was high on that squat. It happens sometimes. Great lift. Just won't count today.
We've got Selena on platform 2 out of pit. She's having a good session so far. Took a bigger jump from her 2nd to 3rd than her 1st to her 1st to 2nd.
Have you ever had to sell a lift? You messed up, but you just want to convince everyone you think it's good?
I haven't yet, but I've definitely been working on the face.
Yeah, you keep a poker face the entire time.
Great squat by Selena, starting 3 for 3.
Caitlin is in. Caitlin Tagle. Wow. At the 11th hour, congratulations, and we will see her later in the competition.
We've got Mackenzie on platform 1. Similar deal, taking a bigger jump from her 2nd to the 3rd. She's feeling good. We'll see if she's good for it, and she is. I think that was depth too. I think it was clean.
Love the energy out there. These teams at, 7:30 local time here in Birmingham. Oh, Birmingham, geez. Oklahoma City.
We've got Abigail taking a 2.5 kilo jump. I thought her 2nd was decent. It moved pretty well. We'll see what she's feeling on her top end. She's only taking a 2.5 kilo jump. She's very excited taking this bar.
Erica Lavoie stands up with 130. Really nice execution there. Huge lift. Hope she's happy with that.
We've got Bella on platform 2. She failed her second on strength. We'll see if she can just make it past the hole.
Raging Cajuns came to play. Oh, no. Oh, it's high. It's so difficult.
Abigail definitely had to strain for more. But starting 3 for 3, you cannot complain about that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd much rather finish 3 for 3 than than not.
Not. Absolutely.
We've had quite a few of the spotters and loaders commentate throughout the week so far. Great to see people getting involved in the sport in all kinds of different capacities. Platform 4's right side spotter was commentating just yesterday.
We've got Sydney Jones on platform 1. Missed her second. She's retaking the weight here. We got Kimber Miller on platform 2. Oh, very strong out of Sydney.
Joy Lee.
3 white lights. Great job.
I think Joy Lee's mad at her execution on that one. She needs a second to gather herself before she gets off the platform. Tough. You know, when your coach wants you to make it, your team wants you to make it, and you don't, you just have to deal with this dissonance. You know, like, I didn't do this thing. It's going to take a little bit of time to not only get rid of that, but compartmentalize it. You can't be thinking about that for the rest of the competition. You just have to put it out of your mind.
There's 6 more lifts after these squats, so only a third of the meet is done. There's more time to make more on the total. We've got Lauren here. She timed out on her second attempt. She got the call. I think she got the lift.
Was she yelling on the way up?
She's yelling.
Love it.
I think she knows.
I love a good battle cry. And tears of joy, Aaliyah. Oh, God, my heart goes out to her. The emotion release. I mean, honestly, so much about powerlifting is about self-improvement, seeing what you can do, just testing yourself and finding out what am I capable of. It's so cool to see that moment.
On platform 1, we have Kristen out of Alabama and Hillary on platform 2 out of Penn State.
We are loading up the heaviest squat of this opening flight for Jenna Mailer. She's 2 for 2 so far, loading 230.
Here we go. Both lifters under the bar. Up.
So good. Andrea Ibarra, successful 135.
That's 3 white lights for Kristen. It's a tough fail for Hillary, but she'll be back for bench.
Let's all get behind Jenna Mailer. I love the Midland war paint on her face right there. Super tight knee wrap.
Okay, yeah, so we were talking about this earlier. Samantha missed her opener on depth. Very, very easy opener. Retook it, and now she took that big jump. 15 kilos for an 82.5 kilo lifter. I think she has the strength for this. We'll see. Oh, easy. That could have been a second. Let's see about the lights.
Honestly, sometimes you find another gear, you know?
Right, right.
That perfect song hits, your coach says the right word, you just go out there and you just have 5% extra.
The lights haven't come up yet. I think that was a good lift. We have Ileana on platform 2. 5 kilos into a third. Let's go. It's a great lift. We'll see. I think that's good.
You guys will see the college
got 3 white lights.
Logos there next to
And
everyone's
a good lift for
name.
Samantha.
It's a monumental task to get those logos going, but God, I love seeing it. It's so cool.
We have got Emily on platform 1.
Kaylee nearly rebounded on that squat. Unsuccessful there. 140 will have to come up another day. I'm sure it will.
Here we go. Amelia on platform 2, taking 157.5. Let's go. Emily's grinding through the lift. Let me see. It looked a little high on the right side. We'll see what the judges think. Yeah, no depth.
Final squat on platform 4's opening flight. Goes to Angelica Sims as she's walking out 147. Is that 315? Just over?
315, that'd be 142, so that's just
142.
over.
Yep.
We've got
Big
Christy
numbers.
on platform 2, taking 165 kilos as a 75-kilo lifter, and Olivia on platform 1, taking 162 and a half.
Look at our spotting and loading crews, so efficient there. We are so thankful to have these dedicated folks making sure this competition runs.
Yeah, they've been flying this weekend. We're very thankful for them. Christy is setting up. She's looking strong on her first 2 attempts. Let's see how this third one moves. Nice. Nice tempo descent into the hole. I think she got the lift. That's 3 white lights and a great lift by Olivia as well. Let's see. 3 white lights. That's a great way to close the flight. All right, we've got our second flight of lifters coming up here on platforms.
Delaney Welko, trouble there with an opener at 130. I'm hoping it's a small technique issue there. Maybe the knee wraps weren't exactly what she wanted. We'll see if she can come back on the next one.
We have Joyce on platform 2 out of UCLA and Bridget on platform 1 out of Oregon. Here we go.
Bella Costello. Literally a warm-up on the platform, which does happen sometimes.
Wow. Bridget on platform 1 blowing up her squat.
Let's say an athlete's made a ton of progress in training, like 50 kilos or something like that. It's really hard to give the confidence to load those numbers on the platform. Sometimes you just have to open pretty light and just kind of see what's there on the day.
Absolutely. And I think, too, as these lifters get stronger, the amount of times they want to take a heavy weight, it's going to come down to a competition. You don't want to be fatiguing yourself with attempts that you don't think are going to be the last ones. So taking an easy opener for these people really sets them up to have a good day.
Not to mention, not every competition has to be an absolute max out. I mean, competitions are learning experiences, too.
Mm-hmm. Got Juliana on platform 1. Really easy squat.
We just saw Tenny miss an opener from the Navy. That was just a little bit of downward motion. I think she can correct that coming back on the next one.
We've got Hannah out of Western Washington on platform 2 with 137 and a half.
Janelle Yang is about as raw as you can get. Soft belt, no knee sleeves, no wrist wraps.
Hannah with the easiest opener I've seen all day. I'm going to assume they can take a big jump after that.
Wish we could hit the replay button here.
Michaela on platform 1. Get the judge's signal. Another easy opener. Yeah, these ladies are here and prepared.
So we are getting into, on platform 1, our heaviest of the 82.5 kilo weight class, and on platform 2, 75.
Most of these women are opening up these squats above 2 times the body weight. That's incredible. Easy opener by Lindsay on platform 2. We have Amy taking the platform right now on platform 1.
Zaylin Hernandez walking out 147.5 kilos.
Easy squat for Amy. We have Kyra on platform 2 opening with 145 kilos out of West Virginia University.
Davenport's Haley Haney, 122.5. Yeah, a little sideways. Sometimes center of gravity shifts a little bit. Bar might be slightly crooked on your back. I think that might have been responsible for why one of her hips looked higher than the other. So it's not always the case, but sometimes it truly is the case that one of your hips was higher than the other.
Bit of a sticking point for Kyra on her opener. She's got longer femurs, so it's going to be out of the hole is going to be the hardest part of the lift for her, but easy otherwise. We'll see how much she goes up from there. We have Christina on platform 1. Easy opener as well.
Really nice, Christina.
We've got Jordan from Davenport University on platform 2.
Nice work, Lily Hudson.
Great lift. Easy, just a little bit high. I think you're strong enough there if you want to take a little bit of a jump. I think you'd be comfortable doing that, but we'll see what they do. We have Sophia on platform 1 taking 147 and a half.
Kylie Newmore was slightly rattled there. She almost started squatting before she got the squat signal, but 3 white lights. I hope she goes forward like it never happened. Got to have a short-term memory, a little healthy amnesia here in powerlifting sometimes.
Absolutely. And two, with the more seasoned lifters, when you miss a lift on a technicality, making that adjustment's a little bit easier if you trust your strength. Just keeping yourself on track even if you make a little bit of a mistake to start the day.
Yep.
Bit of a tough opener for Emily, but good lift anyways. We'll see how much they go up after that.
Mary Jane Hograber, 152.5 in the books. Madison Gingras, good as well. So cool to see the range of schools across the nation these athletes are coming from.
Claire was asked to replace the bar. We'll see. I'm not sure if her knees were locked out.
Still plenty of time there for Claire.
19 seconds, plenty of time. Go. Easy squat. Let's see if that was deep enough.
She have one wrist wrap on? Oh, no wrist wraps.
Yeah.
That's just that little athlete band making sure that you've gotten in and you are registered.
Okay, so that was not deep enough. She'll try to get that back on her second attempt here. Great squat by Luciana on platform 2. We have Reagan on platform 1. She's got the matching shoelaces for her singlet.
Priscilla does stand up with that squat. It was very difficult for an opening attempt. Sometimes we talk about RPE, rate of perceived exertion, as a way to gauge these lifts. Simple 1 to 10 scale of how hard a lift was, and we can just kind of tie that to the number of reps you might think you want to complete.
Wow. Incredible squat by Reagan to open up the day.
Is that matching singlets?
Matching singlets on 1 and 2.
Tara Verma, platform 4. She takes 137 up and down, a little bit high. For a lot of these athletes, you've got one qualifying competition to get here. Then you've got here, the standard of judging is a little bit higher. You may have to learn in real time what squat depth is.
Absolutely. Squat depth is one of those things where you can't really, you can make sure in training by recording, but until you get a judge's eyes on you, you're never totally sure. Great squat by Julie.
Tenny Shaughnessy here.
We've got Ekaterina on platform 2, opening with 160 kilos.
Tenny made the correction. Looks like 110 is going to be good for her. And they still don't like it. I am not sure about that one. Maybe she beat the rack command or the start command. Yellow lights down there, so if you see the red, there's a little infraction just underneath that gives you a clue what happened to that squat.
We've got Peyton on platform 1, opening with 157.5.
Peyton looks ready.
Go big brace. Okay.
Faster descent on that one than we usually see.
That's 2 white lights. That's a good lift.
Sometimes I feel like going too fast, almost detrimental. You have to reverse all that motion down at the bottom.
Right. We've got Bailey on platform 2, opening for 162.5. Yeah,
Racks.
these women are well above 2 times their body weight.
Wow.
That was nice and easy.
One rack is going in for Isabella Stone. These racks do adjust in many ways, up and down, in and out. Just puts the bar where the athlete needs. Gives them a little bit more room, a little bit more stability, depending on what they're looking for.
Got Allison Gray on platform 1. Easy enough. We'll see if that was deep. There you go. 2 white lights. We've got Emma on platform 2. 162.5 kilos. I think that was a bit high. She might have just cut her depth right before she got into the hole. Okay, one white light on the side. She can come back for that.
Isabella Stone frustrated there. Not exactly sure what happened. But coming up is Peyton Bustede. I don't know if you're familiar with the team The assistant coach's daughter, Peyton Bustede, coming out. Fantastic athlete in her own right. 195 kilos loaded for her opening squat.
We've got Jenny on platform 2, taking her time approaching the platform.
Haley Haney will be trying to make a correction to make her second squat. Smart move to just repeat. You're here. Of course, if you're going for a W, maybe a different story, but otherwise, just repeat. Get on the board, then you can go from there.
Yeah, especially if you go back and you know that it might be nerves. Making sure you get that first one, just get yourself in the meet. I think it can really unlock a lifter's comfort to compete.
Huge noise out here. I don't know if you guys can hear the bleed over, but it is loud. Fast opener, Peyton.
Great squat by Brooke. 3 white lights, great job.
And it is a no lift from depth. She knows exactly when she needs to change. Just that little bit extra on the way down. Sometimes it's torso tilt. You would think, if you're just going down and up, that it's pretty darn simple, but there are a lot of subtle ways you can adjust that movement.
Absolutely. You just got to be able to find a way to get that hip crease back.
So what are you looking for when you squat? What are the keys to a good squat?
I think the biggest thing that anyone will tell you about a squat is feeling nice over your feet. As long as you have a good connection to the ground, I think most people can find a way to really give themselves a push, as long as they're feeling their legs. And a lot of lifters are doing that here.
Yeah, I'm pretty close with you. Good connection to the floor, good connection to the bar.
We've got Callie taking the heaviest opener. So we'll see if that was deep enough. So just a bit high. Again, very strong lift. We'll see if they want to go up after that.
Another slightly high squat for Savannah. Another athlete who knows exactly what they need to change. And Kylie makes quick work of 132 on platform 4, representing Kent State.
We've got Anjali on platform 2, heaviest opener on that platform. Beautiful squat, super easy.
So this is the third session of the day, with a later start time. A lot easier for athletes to rehydrate, to be more awake than that early session. Sometimes you just get a different draw of the cards. Nice thing about the early one is you don't have to be hungry if you're trying to make weight or something like that. Just get to go weigh in and lift and eat.
Yeah, definitely different variables depending on when you're competing.
These athletes have had a chance to try some of the sour strips, one of the sponsors of this competition. Post weigh-in, a little bit of carbs to get you refueled.
Got Joyce on platform 2. Pretty easy squat, hit that sticking point, but able to work through it pretty easily.
Blue Mountain Christian's Zariah Patterson, 2 white lights for her, 220 kilo opener. That is unbelievable.
We've got Michaela coming out here. I think it took a second to get her set up and ready, but she's got 23 seconds. All these lifters need before the time goes out is the start signal by the head referee, and there's plenty of time for Michaela here.
Come on, Michaela.
Very clean lift out of Michaela. And 3 white lights. Hannah taking 145 on platform 2. Again, another very smooth lift. 3 white lights as well. Yeah, these ladies are moving.
Alexandra Evans shaking off a little bit of nerves there. Sometimes shaking the hands is a way to physically manifest, getting rid of stress. She is our heaviest second attempt on that platform 4.
We've got Juliana on platform 1 taking 142.5, and Dahlia taking 147. Both took decent jumps. Both had really strong openers. And both with pretty clean seconds. We'll see about the lights.
Tenny Shaughnessy will be taking 110 for the 3rd time, hopefully successful there. She needs this lift to stay in the competition out of Navy Academy.
We've got Samantha taking platform 2 here, repeating that weight after missing the opener. Claire as well doing the same thing. Again, repeating that weight, letting these athletes feel comfortable in the meet. That might be the most important thing for a coach.
Tenny looks like she's having such a good time. You go here and you forget, like, this is supposed to be fun.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You get so caught up in the energy and competition and, like, I don't know, for me, just kind of forget to look back and be like, oh, yeah, that was fun.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, like, lifting, it's a great hobby. And most of these people are doing it with people they love, people they care about. And so just a reminder, have fun. I think they can really help these lifters be stronger, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It doesn't have to be either I win or I have fun, you know?
We've got Emily on platform 2.
I feel like I'm talking to my past self here. Bella Costello, 115 kilos loaded for her. No belt. Sometimes it just feels better. Sometimes the belt feels restrictive.
Especially when talking about depth, too. Some of these lifters get around that midsection, but it's too much pressure and they can't get down low enough.
Solid third attempt for Bella.
Another easy attempt by Amy. I think
Yeah, I really
she
like
got
that
more.
rebound coming out of the bottom there.
Right.
That stretch reflex, that moment where you kind of like sink just into the bottom, use a little bit of that pressure to kind of reverse out of the bottom.
We've got Jordan here taking a 7.5 kilo jump after missing the opener. I believe that was on depth. We'll see how they feel here.
Yeah, this is that risk you were talking about.
The opener was pretty easy, so let's see if they can make the adjustment.
Janelle Yang pats herself on the back for a good squat.
We'll see. It looked about the same to me. Yeah, and the same to the refs as well. You're going to need to be a little deeper on the third one. Great grind by Christina.
Kristen Keith stands up with that one. Did look like she cut it. Whoa, 2 white lights. It is okay for us to disagree with the calls out there.
We've got a different view. The judges, at home you might think it goes one way or another, but the judges have a different view.
Yep.
And we trust them for the competition.
Yeah, we absolutely do. There's 3 of them. There's 2 jury. We're just over here chatting with you guys.
And like we said, the angles of viewing these lifts, it can really change the way you think about it. We've got Sophia on platform 1, taking a 10-kilo jump out of Arizona State. Kyra as well out of West Virginia, taking another 10 kilos.
Big energy out there as we get close to third attempts for some of these heavier flights. Whoa, nice grind, Sophia, on platform 1.
Bit of trouble coming out of that hole.
Yep.
We'll see, maybe she, okay, 3 white lights, still good lift. We'll see how much they go up after that. Maybe it was a technical issue. She'll reassess with her coach backstage.
The headrests for all platforms have a little speaker box to make sure that the athletes can hear them. They're wearing a little bit of microphone so that the noise from the audience does not interfere.
That's absolutely needed here. There's a lot of excitement in the crowd.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, we've got Reagan on platform 1, only taking 10 kilos after her opener. If you ask me, I think she could have taken a lot more. But, they have their numbers. They have their training projections. So we'll see how this moves here.
Here comes Lauren Van Nostrand. Very quick unrack. Down and up. Wow. Lauren has a bright future. That was very easy for her.
Oh, wow. No difference in bar speed by Reagan. We got Emma trying to make up for that missed opener here, repeating the same weight. Oh.
Here comes Lily Hudson. Platform 3, 157.5. Unlike that other walkout.
2 white lights is a good lift for Emma.
We have a replaced bar. No, we have a successful bar. I am watching too many lifters here. Kylie stands up, 142.5. 3 white lights there, 3 white lights on platform 3. We've got good lifts all over the place.
Oh, 2 reds there by Peyton. I think she was just a little bit high. We got Luciana on platform 2 taking a 15-kilo jump. Really strong opener. We'll see how this moves. Wow, really strong second.
Nearly at the end of squatting on platform 4. If you're watching these lifters, it's our heaviest last 3 attempts there. It'll be Madison, Alexandra, and Tara to finish out.
We'll see on the lights here on platform 2, but I think that was a good lift, and it was. Julie taking 165. Again, taking 10 kilos after that initial squat here.
Great fight, Madison. 142.5, well earned.
I think Julie's good for 3 white lights here. We'll see. There you go, 3 white lights. We got Ekaterina on platform 2, taking 7.5 kilos.
Spanosnikova.
Oh, wow. Very powerful out of the hole.
Nice squat, Ekaterina.
Allison taking her time on platform 1. These lifters have a whole minute to do the attempt. For a lot of lifters, just telling them to be patient, own the space. It's your space for that minute. Be comfortable out there and do your lift.
I love that cue, own the space. You can sometimes feel like the environment's controlling you rather than the other way around.
Absolutely. Just letting a lifter be comfortable, on the platform can really make them live like they're at home.
Yep.
We've got Bailey on platform 2, taking a 10-kilo jump. Had a strong opener as well. We'll see how this one moves.
Tara Verma will be closing us out on platform 4. It'll give us some time to make platform 3 bigger for those final few lifts. Let's see Tara first.
Really good squat by Bailey. See about the lights. 3 white lights, great job.
Huge squat, Tara, 3 white lights there.
10-kilo jump for Jillian. We're getting to the end here of these second attempts. It's a good squat by Jillian. We'll see about the lights here. 2 white lights, that's a good lift. Got Jenny on platform 2 taking 180 kilos out of Friends University. See how she approaches this. And Callie's going to be retaking that opener. I think Callie was strong enough to take a bigger jump or a jump after that miss. But again, when you're here for team competition as well, you cannot risk bombing out. These are points that your team needs. And Callie, these points are going to be very important for her school.
Midland is blowing it up out there for Callie. We're closest to platform 1 where she is. Oh, an unfortunate little step there, huh? You don't usually see a loss of balance that causes an athlete to step, but we're glad she's safe.
Go. Kelly. I don't know if that was much deeper. Yeah, the refs agree.
Yep, I do agree with that one. I'm sure she came here wanting to squat something huge. She's just going to have to make a little lemonade today.
Yeah. We've got Brooke on platform 2.
If you are joining us from platform 4 will be back momentarily. They've got a 10-minute break as they finish out their warm-ups on bench press.
Very easy by Brooke on platform 2, and then we also have Brooke on platform 1. Again, Midland teammate here. Oh, wow.
So quick for Brooke.
Really strong, and she's smiling too, she knows.
It's got to be weird to, both want a competitor to succeed, one of your teammates, but also want to win at the same time.
Right. I think I saw on qualifying totals they were 1 and 2 in their weight class. I think there's a certain type of confidence you get knowing that, the person that is most likely to challenge you is someone you see every day, someone who can push you in training. And I'm sure it makes it makes them stronger.
Crystal knows that was easy. It must have been a good training block for her. Great 182.5 second. Let's see what she puts on for a third.
We got Anjali on platform 2. Again, very easy squat.
I would have to have a conversation with a teammate before the competition. Look, we're going to go out there. We're both going to do our best.
Right.
And just see what happens after that.
I think with team scoring, too, it makes it a little bit easier to, compete with each other without it feeling a little negative. Really strong fight by Michaela.
Nice, Michaela. Joyce Yu from UCLA, my alma mater.
Beginning these third squats here. Got Joyce on platform 2.
Careful, steady walk out there for Isabella Stone, commanding the platform, like you said.
Great squat.
Nice work, Isabella.
Yep, she's in.
Fist bumps from Coach Kate Driscoll.
Bridget here.
Nice work, Bridget. It's a good third attempt.
It's good. Let's see.
A little bit of room there.
3 for 3. We've got Hannah here on platform 2 taking a 5 kilo jump. She's been looking really strong the entire session. We'll see how she closes.
Perfect shoulder width stance, knees straight forward.
Yeah.
Ah, God, good squat. 150 stood no chance. Peyton with a big chest slap.
Yeah, they're getting loud for her.
She's on a warpath for this.
Wow, great fight by Juliana on platform 1. All smiles, all whites.
Little loss of balance there. You can see a little emotion set in. Not time for that. It's just time to focus and make a third attempt.
We've got Jordan on platform 2. Missed the first 2 squats. Need this third one to stay in the meet. The issue's been depth. Let's see if they get deep enough.
Now Peyton's in a troubling position.
That was deeper in my eye. Let's see what the refs think. That's 3 white.
Oh, relief. Jordan Harris is in the meet. Here is Savannah with quite a tight knee wrap there.
It's a tough fail by Christina there. They only took 2.5, so she doesn't lose much on her total.
Connoisseur of knee wraps myself.
And a tough miss by Dahlia as well.
Was Savannah able to go deeper? Yes, she was. 10 kilos up, successful. Coach is just so fired up. Now the atmosphere here is amazing.
We've got Amy on platform 1. She's had a really nice session so far, looked very strong on every single squat. Same thing can be said about Emily on platform 2. Let's see how they close out.
Oh, so close.
Just
Could
lost
not
it
be
at the
closer. Yeah. How do you feel about taking that 2.5 kilo jump for a third attempt? Is it worth it to make that jump?
I'm conflicted. I think for some of these lifters, they want to take every attempt they can. Just take the lifts. But the 2.5, I think for the most part, usually if you're taking that 2.5, you think you've kind of maxed out on the second.
Yeah, I'm conflicted
so I think
too.
Scratching is, maybe for performance sake, it's a better decision. But if you're here to do CNATs, you kind of want to do all your 9 lifts.
Yeah, I mean, it is only 9 lifts after all this time prepping. Nice work for Zariah.
Great spot by
Business
Lindsay.
today.
We've got Claire on platform 1. Had to repeat that second. Go. Okay, she stands up. We'll see if she hit depth.
You can see the relief on Claire's face. Too soon, though.
We've got Samantha here as well, taking the same jump to 160 kilos. And, that's pretty deep. Let's see if she stands up. There we go.
LSU, nice work on platform 2. Wow, great call, great execution.
Sophia's taking 160. That's a 2.5 kilo jump.
Every once in a while, you can see Barbell Productions peeking out the side of these frames. Our media crew here, photo and video.
It's a great fight by Sophia. And 3 whites. Yeah, she earned that one.
If you're watching and want to order photos of one of these athletes, they're taking photos of every lifter, and you can go to barbellproductions.com for that.
We've got Kyra on platform 2, trying to close out with a 7.5 kilo jump.
Sophia Howell unable to stand up with that. A little bit of twisting. Maybe the bar fell forward on her a little bit. Glad she's okay. We will see her on bench press.
Again, the longer legs, just getting out of that hole is the hardest part of the lift.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the front angle where things look fairly similar between lifters, but if we had a peek from the side, we can see that a lot of lifters end up way more folded over than other lifters.
Right.
That back angle, crucial whether or not you're going to make the lift.
Got Peyton 3 white lights on her last squat. Okay, we've got Reagan coming up here on platform 1. Really easy first 2 attempts. I think she's going to blow up this third. We've got Emma here as well, taking her third, 167.5. Both lifters taking their time.
No depth for the squat that just happened from Delaney Walker. Ariel Weisinger will be the next lifter on platform 3. Raging Cajuns.
Get up. Emma fights through the hole. We'll see if that was deep. Little heartbreaking there. And Reagan blows up her third squat. I think all 3 squats look the exact same bar speed wise.
And 10 kilos heavier every time, 44 pounds up on the hole.
You know, sometimes you just peak super well. You don't expect everything to move that easy. But, I mean, I'm sure she's having a really good time.
Yeah. I mean, this is a national championship, but a lot of these lifters are still pretty new. You know what I mean? They are gaining strength at a pretty rapid rate. We were talking about an athlete who just won earlier in the day and added 100 kilos from the same time last year.
Really?
Yep.
Darina fighting through that hole. It's a great squat. Let's see what the judges think. Allison on platform 1, taking 170 kilos.
As I remember, her second attempt looked pretty good.
Good. Okay, that was strong. We'll see if that was good. Just depth on the sides.
It is tough.
Okay, we've got Luciana on platform 2, taking 7.5 from her second to her third. I think this is a strategy that more people are adopting, taking that easy opener, taking a bigger jump, and then just seeing where the strength is on the day. We'll see what she thinks here. Just lost it at the end. We've got Julie on platform 1. Okay, we've got Callie taking 180 kilos on platform 1. Missed the first 2 squats. She needs this to stay in the meet. Again, really high on the nominated total. Her team is, hoping for her to contribute to team scoring. She needs this for herself and for her team. And they're getting a lot for her here in the venue. Jenny on platform 2 as well. All right, let's see if that was deep enough, Callie. It's a good lift for Jenny. Heartbreaking for Callie, but she still has 6 more lifts. Just one of those things that when you can't always judge depth in training by yourself. But we're closing out the flights here. Soon we get the last few attempts. Bailey on platform 2, Jillian on platform 1. Bailey is 4th in forecasted total. That's a big 10 kilos on that. Jillian tries to fight, but she just loses it right at the end there. And that's a tough miss by Bailey. She can come back on bench and deadlift, but that's a big 10 kilos there. All right, we've got our last squats of this session. Brooke on platform 1 and Brooke on platform 2. Both have had really good sessions here. Let's see how they close out. I think they both got this. Battle of the Brooks. Wow. And Brooke Underwood, under down from Texas Tech. I believe that's 3 white lights. It is. And Brooke loses it right at the end. Still a great session by both of them. I think they'll come back for bench here. The spotters and loaders are going to clean up the platform, and we'll begin benching on platforms 1 and 2. In the meanwhile, platform 4, we have Natalie taking 57.5 on the opener. Oh, we've got one more squat on 2. Sorry. We've got Anjali taking 190 kilos. We've got Gabrielle as well on platform 3, 165. Anjali's had a really good session. I think this should be pretty easy for her. They've been taking nice and easy jumps, and it's a great way to close out the entire squat session. Yep, perfect call. I think that's 3 white lights, and that's a 3 for 3 for the day. Yep, so this is Tong. We're going to get ready for bench here, and we'll be back in a few minutes. kitted out in that A7 singlet. And you'll see there on platforms 1 and 2, they have the timer, so we're about a minute out from those lifters taking the platform as well. We've got Leah setting up, making sure that the spotter has all the right instructions for that liftoff. It's a good lift. It might have looked like her her hips came up. Let's see if, okay, she's got one red light. I believe that's a yellow. So her butt might have come up on the left side, but 2 white lights, that's a good lift. We've got Carla on platform 4, taking 62.5. Again, 7.5 kilo jump.
These lighter weight classes, honestly, you just don't have as much room for attempt selection as you'd like. I really would love to see like a 1 kilo bar increase on bench press.
Right.
Just because these 2.5 kilo jumps can be pretty massive.
All of these jumps, you know, these are percentages that the athletes are doing of like what they think their best is. 2.5 can be a lot when the absolute number of your lift is a lot lower.
Yep.
And the reason we do that, folks, in powerlifting, every single attempt, the difficulty needs to rise, and so we standardize by at least 2.5 unless you're attempting a record. And so that's why they have to do at least 2.5 on these increments. We've got platform 1 and platform 2 going here.
And records can be a 0.5 kilo. So that's why we saw that micro load jump for 238 from Zariah.
Got Caitlin taking the bar, a self-unrack.
Yeah, we're just getting started back on platform 1 and platform 2. Excited to be back with you for some bench press.
Very easy opener for Caitlin. One thing to look out for here is depending on how well someone did during their squat session, just seeing how well they can rebound. Going for 1 for 3 on squat, or potentially even bombing out, it can take a lot out on the lifter's mental. But again, the bench is a new lift. It's 3 more opportunities to add to your total. And these lifters are going to be taking that here. So we've got Bella on platform 2.
Caitlin, 3 white lights there. Erica Lavoie will be the next lifter. 65 kilos. University of North Texas, huge Texas representation at this competition. One of our powerlifting states.
Really good bench out of Bella on platform 2. Easy as well for Emily.
Nice second attempt there, Erica. Yeah. Love to see it. No technical errors. Got to have your feet flat on the floor, your butt down on the bench press the entire time. But you don't have to have your head down anymore. It used to be the rule. Now you're allowed to raise your head while bench pressing. Although, honestly, most people don't do it. They just want to stick to the way they've learned.
Absolutely. We've got Olivia on platform 1, taking 70 kilos.
Platform 3 will be back in 7 minutes as they are warming up to bench press and changing over the rack to bench press.
Seeing a lot of easy openers here on bench. That's what we want to see. Same thing with squat, same thing with deadlift. We want, the lifters to get in the meat and set themselves up for a good session.
Feels harder to correct an error in loading on bench press than it does on squat.
Definitely, especially with the increments here. There's not much room for error.
It's like you know your stuff.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, great lifting on platform 4. Lots of lifters went 3 for 3 on the squats. Excited to see them continue that trend as we head forward. Hannah Harling there. 3 white lights. We were just waiting for the signals there.
Good lifts on platform 1 and 2. Again, a lot of green on the screen right now.
Blaney Jenkins, Auburn University sets up. Had a handful of Auburn athletes so far this week. Still have lifting tomorrow and Sunday. Lots of lifting up ahead. If you want something exciting, definitely tune in on Sunday for the 125 plus kilo men. Most likely seeing some 1,000-pound squats there.
Oh, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
That day's important too for team scoring. I mean, it's the last time for teams to lock in what their scores are, get their team points, and so the teams really show out. Everyone's competed besides those guys. It's one last chance to represent your school.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's when they give out those team awards too. So, got to be in for that team picture.
Absolutely.
Abigail Velton, Concordia University, 75 kilos coming up.
We've got Alexis on platform 1 here and Maggie on platform 2. You'll see a difference here. Some lifters are going to prefer to take the rack on their own. Others will ask the spotter to give them a lift off. It's really lifter preference. Some people feel that if they just perform the lift off on their own, it's a more consistent setup. Others feel like the bit of aid that a spotter gives them is good for their lift performance. So just lifter preference. A lot of different opinions on what's the better tactic.
Yeah, I feel like if every liftoff was consistent, you would always go with it. You get to save a little bit of energy, but the problem is the variation in where the athlete puts the bar, how fast they release the bar. You would think that it doesn't make a difference, but those small changes do make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Especially at these meets here, the refs are going to keep you honest. There'll be a little bit of a hold, just a little bit more taxing. And again, with bench and the increments, there's not much room for error there. And so every little bit counts.
3 for 3. Janina Din locking in 80 kilos.
Got Violet on platform 1. About halfway through our openers here.
Celia Holden getting ready for 82.5 kilos. Hand off.
2 yellows by Violet. I'm not sure what exactly that was. I couldn't really see anything.
If we couldn't see it, could be a foot, could be the butt. Usually the yellow is for all those minor infraction, starting the lift, stopping the lift. It's possible she beat a start command, a press command, a rack command.
We'll see here. It was a very easy lift for her. We'll see what decision they make on the second. And then on Amber, we've got 2 yellows and a blue.
Angelica Sims, platform 4. Yeah, they're taking the bar. I'm glad the head ref told them to take the bar. We don't want these lifters to struggle anymore when they've already thought it was a no lift.
Absolutely.
But given that was a very difficult second attempt on strength, I'm curious what they're going to do for a third attempt. Got to hype up a little bit more or focus or make a technical correction.
Yeah, and of all the lifts, I think bench is probably the hardest one to you miss on strength to come back and get.
Absolutely, yeah. There's just no room, nowhere to go.
Yeah, nice openers here on platform 2. Amber with 3 white lights.
Fedovsky getting ready for 85 kilos.
We've got Mackenzie in the all-pink A7 kit.
Coming from Purdue University. Nice and fast.
Beautiful opener. Go. Amelia taking her time to set up. Okay, very comfortable opener. Bench is always going to be at a bit of a different pace. A lot of these lifters have a lot more technical details. They have to listen for the judge to give them a press command, a start command, a rack command. So a lot of patience here is being exerted by the lifters.
Yeah, every once in a while you see see a really hype lifter, but for the most part, it's exactly what you say. You know, it's about technique and precision rather than, you know, just effort.
Mm-hmm. This is the only lift we have where a judge is starting and stopping you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to wait for someone else. We've got Katie here on platform 1. She only took her opener. She missed it twice on depth. Got it on her third. Let's see how she responds on bench. It's a great way to build up that total after only taking your opening weight. See how she does here. And Hillary as well on platform 2. One important thing for building the total at the end of the day is the subtotal. So that's the combination of squat and bench. Going into deadlifts, everyone knows exactly what weight they need to overtake someone in position. And so that total is going to be very important in knowing where you are in the pecking order. Strong bench by Katie.
Just getting going here on platform 3.
Bit of an issue on platform 2. I'm not sure if there's a miscommunication. She was in the middle of her press when they asked to replace. I don't know if maybe there was an issue. We'll see here.
Did they reset her clock? Did she get lights?
She was in the middle of descent, and then they had the ref had the spotters take the bar.
You know, I always thought what would be the most evil thing to do is if someone in the crowd just started yelling press.
Oh, that
I've never heard it, but that would be evil.
Okay, she's walking off the platform. I'm not sure.
If you're watching the stream, please don't get any ideas.
Please do not do that. We'll see what happens with Hillary here. I'm not sure exactly what happened. It's still her attempt up on LiftingCast. So there's some discussion on the platform. We'll see what it is here shortly.
I suspect she'll get a relift.
That's what I'm thinking as well. In the meantime, her teammate, Lauren, on platform 1.
Aaliyah Gonzalez taking that smart move. Just a 2.5 kilo jump up for 62.5 kilos. Joy Ju Allen is getting us started on platform 3. Yeah, super easy. So we're seeing something interesting. A lot of these are equipped lifters opening raw. We've got a bunch of numbers here that are so low, they're obviously raw numbers before we jump our way back up. Sometimes that is to just lock in a good lift. Bench press, equipped bench press, notoriously variable, hard to press, hard to touch. Better just get one in, lock in your total, and go about your merry way.
Yeah, it's a different ball game, equipped to raw lifting in that aspect. Just a little bit of an update on Hillary. She is getting a relift. So what's going to happen here is at the end of the flight, she will come back to take her lift, and then she'll be able to take in her second attempt in the regular order on the second attempt. Into the second attempts here on platform 1. It's a really good start by Sonia.
Amberlyn Hoper probably not what she was looking for. A difficult opener on strength. Unsuccessful with 65 kilos. Hopefully she can make a correction there. Anna Sojka grinds through 67. Just can't get through the sticking point.
Yeah, Grayson with a great opener on bench. 82.5 there.
Does feel like a wall sometimes to get through that sticking point.
I think it's a bit tough too to fight through that on bench. It's just a lot less going for you as far as performing the lift. Really nice second by Emily Ramos. I don't know if she has much more on top of that. Maybe a 2.5 kilo jump there, secure a nice third, and start the day 6 for 6.
Nice work, Jamie Hall. 3 white lights for an opener. Eric Lavoie follows suit, 67.5. Barring anything crazy, yeah, 3 white lights.
We've got Abigail here taking a 2.5 kilo jump from her opener to her second. Her arms are a little bit longer. I thought the first was a pretty strong lift, but I think her and her coach think otherwise. We'll see here how she does.
I love the rituals for setting up on the bench press are so different and varied. Some people pulling themselves through the bar, using the uprights on the side to wedge your shoulders in. But the most important thing is that you have a ritual, something to repeat every single time you step up and get out there.
Absolutely. The bench is the only thing where you're interacting with a completely third-party entity on the platform, you might say. And just having a comfortable relationship with that. Hillary comes back and gets that relift.
Yeah, there is no substitute for pure practice.
Yeah, absolutely not. So what's going to happen here with Hillary is she got that first attempt on the retake. She'll put in her second attempt number, and she'll go back in the right order of the attempts. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it's good that she was able to get the relift, and things should normalize for her now.
I wonder if she came out for someone else's attempt and they didn't catch it.
That may have happened. There was a run on 77.5, so 4 different girls taking that number.
Lainey Jenkins could not get her way through that attempt. Here comes Chloe Robinson. I believe this is our first of the equipped lifters who's actually wearing a bench shirt right now at 92.5 kilos.
What's it like getting into a bench shirt?
It takes a little bit of time depending on how tight it is. The more mature of a lifter you are, usually the tighter equipment you can wear because you have to be able to use it. You can't let the shirt kind of throw you around. But it's like wearing a very tight shirt made of jeans.
Okay.
So just like a squat suit, it's kind of like oriented to not let you bend your arms. And that's where some of that pop comes from a smaller chest size. In addition to that shirt being small, imagine it's like 2 sizes too small for you. Kind of force yourself into it and latch a belt on to keep it from going anywhere. That's a very, very simplified version, but yeah, equipped lifting, fascinating.
I don't have much experience myself, but I have a lot of respect for equipped coaches. I think it's a lot more intimate of a relationship than you might have as a raw coach. You're just having to rely on someone to put that equipment on you.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite parts about powerlifting.
It does feel like more of a team sport. You basically can't train equipped alone.
Right.
Hannah Harling, really nice call there. 75 kilos was the perfect number for her. Congratulations on maybe your first red plate. Big milestone for a lot of athletes.
We've got Alexis on platform 1. A bit of a strong second there. We'll see how much she has on the third. Again, like squat, a lot of these lifters are going to start running out of room. Just the increments, again, pretty challenging to have room to grow.
When you say run out of room, can you explain what you mean?
Yeah, so percentage-wise, 2.5 kilos might be a giant jump for a lifter, but it's the minimum that they have to do. Unlike squat or deadlift, where these lifters are lifting a lot more, just as far as how close they are to their 1 rep max, a lot of these lifters are right on top of it already.
So you've got 3 attempts, but you might not have 3 jumps in you.
Absolutely.
Jesselyn Fuentes and Angelica Sims both get to the bar. Trying to retake 82.5 kilos there. These national referees are trying to give the press command the moment, the millisecond that bar is motionless on the chest.
Big fight by Sydney on platform 1. Again, referring back to that conversation, not sure how much she has on that third. We'll see if she comes out for one. We've got Mackenzie taking 80 kg on platform 1.
Jesselyn made 107 fly. So cool to see that. Wow.
Again, both lifters taking their time to set up here, just getting comfortable on the bench.
Jenna Mailer coming out 115.
In a loud environment like this, you definitely need to get comfortable. Okay, Okay, really strong by Mackenzie. And that's 3 white lights. Ileana with a nice bench as well.
Okay, Jenna Mailer. She came to play. Perfect first attempt. In with 3 white lights.
We're getting about halfway done here with our second attempts on bench. Starting to see these third benches populate, and you're seeing a lot of 2.5 kilo jumps.
Rounding out the end of bench press for thirds, on platform 4. Nice work, Celia.
So, okay, good press by Kristen. Seems a little uneven on the bench. Might be a technical thing there. Maybe she has some more room to squeeze. But good lift right there.
Joy Lee taking some seconds to tell the spotter exactly what she wants.
Okay, we've got Charlotte on platform 2. She missed her opener. I believe it was a technical mistake. Let's see if she can fix that here.
Final bench press in the flight, Saloon Fedovsky. Taking that 2.5 kilo jump up to 87.5 kilos. Big bench press here.
Here we go.
You can see the difference between the foot placement on these two lifters. Narrow and wide. Why should we place our feet any specific way?
Well, the important thing is leg drive. You know, a lot of these athletes, they're trying to be pushing with their legs, both for stability but for strength as well. So wherever a lifter feels comfortable and feels like they get the best position, that's where they're going to change where they put their legs. Some lifters like a more passive, stable leg drive, and others, they bring that bar to their chest and they use that drive to, shove the bar off their chest.
We've got Thelma Andrews, Alexandra Evans. Evans will be starting off that flight for platform 4. Thelma Andrews, final first attempt. Huge 130 kilo opener here.
Really good bench by Amelia on platform 2. We've got Katie on platform 1. This is the last bench of the second attempts.
Unrack, crucial, by the way, for a quick bench press because you really can't reach up and grab the bar. The spotter basically has to do all the work to kind of put the bar in position for you.
Right.
Nice opening attempt there. 3 white lights. For Thelma, she locks in 130. Well, I've got a quiet moment. Just want to give a quick shout out to a few of our sponsors. Pioneer Belts, massive company. Really, really happy for their support. A lot of these athletes wearing those belts. We already talked about Sour Strips. Element Electrolytes, fantastic product. I've used it myself. And not to mention A7 gear that more than half of these lifters are wearing because they want to, because it's the best. Amberlyn is in trouble on platform 3. She missed her opener on strength. She missed her second attempt, likely on strength as well. We're going to see if she can make any change and come back and make it on a third attempt. Kylie Newmore on platform 4 is just up to the bar, giving a few last words to the handoff.
And we're into our third benches here on platform 1. Big grind by Lauren. Can she lock it out? We'll see there. Might have been a little up and down movement.
Let's go, Lauren.
Really good fight, but just up and down movement cost her there.
Yeah, you see those blue lights. That's exactly what that's for.
Yep, we've got Hillary here, platform 2. One thing about the relift that can be disadvantageous for the lifter is she does have to get back. She has less rest time in between those attempts. Now, luckily, bench isn't always as taxing as the other 2 lifts, and she manages it well here, but just something to consider, if that happens later.
Absolutely. Ellen Helmy coming out, 70 kilos on the bar for her. Joy Ju Allen, 3 white lights. Fantastic for these ladies.
Yeah, really tough off the chest there for Sonya.
Easy for Ellen as she's in.
We've got Christy here on platform 2. She's had a really clean day so far. See if she can get the second bench here.
Madison Gingras, 70 kilos. Getting ready for her, this University of Wisconsin athlete.
Bit of a sticking point there, but able to lock that out. Christy's 5 for 5 right now. Looking to go for 6 for 6 and build that subtotal.
Good day. Tight grouping of bench presses here on platform 4. We'll finish up at around 80 kilos there.
That's a tough fail off the chest for Emily.
Come on, Annika. Looks like she corrected whatever was wrong on the opening attempt. And, yep, she's in.
Got a really nice job by Amelia on platform 2. Platform 1, we have Abigail, another 2.5 kilo jump. The first and the second move very similar, so I think it should be a pretty safe third for her.
Tara Verma just gets the start command for 75 kilos.
And I believe that's 3 for 3 for Abigail.
Chloe Robinson presses out. Yep, 3 white lights for her.
We've got Olivia on platform 1 taking her third. Again, conservative 2.5 kilo jump. I think she has the room for this. We'll see here. There you go. I think that's 3 white lights. Oh. It's a yellow there, so maybe her butt might have come up. Maybe she didn't hear the ref command. Again, only a 2.5 kilo jump. She doesn't lose much on her subtotal.
We've got Jamie Hall taking that 35 kilo jump up from 70 kilos. That's just a byproduct of going from raw to switching to the shirt.
Nice press by Alexis. Yo, 3 white lights. I believe Alexis she's 5 for 6 now. Really good way to start the day.
Janelle Yang, nice and easy for her opening bench press there. Springboards off the bench press. Jamie Hall just next door, platform 3, getting ready.
We've got Caitlin from Boston University taking her third bench here. 65 kilos on the bar. And we got a bodyweight bench by Violet. And she fights it. I think she got it. Go, 3 white lights. Okay, we've got Kimber here. Now, she is a guest lifter, so she's not risking, a placement or anything. But again, she's here to lift for herself. She needs this lift to stay in and build a total. We're going to see how she does here. – 65 kilos on the bar. Well, I think she got it. Lock it out. She's still fighting. And just loses it.
Alexandra Evans is the next lifter coming out for 70 kilos.
We've got Mackenzie here on platform 1. Another 2.5 kilo jump. Now, even though she missed one of her squats, she still went up. So, in a way, you could think that she's going 6 for 6 here if she gets this lift. Really good way to start the day.
Nice work, Alexandra, 70 kilos. Locked in. Oh, happy there.
Really good third by Mackenzie. And that's 3 white lights. Oh, wow. We'll see if she gets the lights here. Wow.
Hey, very nice, Bella.
Bella missed on strength on her second and came back and got that.
Very
Maybe it was a
uncommon
technical
for that to
issue.
happen.
Yeah, could have been set up. But really nice job to come get that.
We're seeing the end of second attempt for our equipped first flight there, Flight E. On platform 3, Jenna Mailer. War chant is going out there.
We've got Erica on platform 2 taking her third. Fights on, just loses it.
Nice fight for Tenny. 70 kilos looks successful for her. Yep, she is in with that one.
Big fight by Kristen. I think she got it. Let's see if that butt stayed down. Nice, 3 white lights.
Excellent.
Okay, Charlotte's coming up here on platform 2. Now she has a bit of an issue here. I believe she's more of a sink and heave type. Her butt's been coming up. We're going to see here if she can translate this to a good bench. She needs us to stay in the meet.
Yeah, let's keep our attention there on Charlotte. There's the unrack.
Up.
Man, she really worked with it. She really, really wanted it.
It's a tough
Yeah,
fight.
so tell me about that sink and heave style.
A lot of people when they get down to that sink, they feel like the jump from their legs, jump from their hips, and they can really get a good jump off the chest. A lot of people tend to struggle off the chest, and so for some they think it's the best way to get the bench off their the bench up and going. It's just a little bit tough in powerlifting. I think you have to keep your butt down. A lot more things to consider there, and that jump. I don't think it's it's as consistent as other methods, especially when it's to that extent of a sink.
Yeah, it seems to add a little bit of variability to the press. I feel the same way about the hover, when you're just trying to just barely touch your chest. A little bit of inconsistency, a little bit more effort than it's worth.
Definitely a bit of trying to game with the systems of how referees call their decisions and everything. Just lifters trying to get a little bit more out of themselves. And we've got Emily on platform 1 taking 97.5. We're closing out our third benches here. Out of University of Kentucky. Go, and that's a great press. Yep, 3 white lights. Emily is 6 for 6. Really building that total right now. On platform 2, we have Ileana taking her third bench here. 5 kilo jumps all the way through. She's had a very smooth session here. Looking to close this out and go 6 for 6 as well. And Katie on platform 1, 100 kilo bench. It's a big milestone for a lot of lifters.
100 kilos. Amberlyn Hoper, we are looking forward to her. Just trying not to say hope. We really want her to get this third bench press. Difficulty on the first and second. Bar is loaded for her. It's one of those cases where you really have to just switch on everything you've got into pressing this barbell.
And Katie's pressing it. I think she got it. 3 white lights.
Nice work, Katie. That's rarefied air. Very few humans ever bench press 100 kilos, let alone women.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just a massive milestone.
All right, platform 1 is going to go into the second flight here. Got Julie starting that. We've got Amber Stevens on platform 2 coming out for 85 kilos. Really nice start for Julie. Amber taking a very relaxed, patient approach here. Got to make sure everything's right for this press. And I think it was. We'll see the lights. Oh, 3 white lights. Still working on those third benches here on platform 2. And we have Amy on platform 1 with 72.5. Oh, very nice opener. Ooh, very strong third by Selena. 3 white lights and a 6 for 6 start to the meet. Yep, getting to the final 5 benches here on the first flight for platform 2. Christy taking her time to set up. Again, very important to make sure everything is right for here, for your third bench. And I think she got it. That's 3 white lights. Great job. And another 6 for 6 day. That platform 2, they're doing a really good job building that total right now. Amelia here with 87.5. Again, we'll go 6 for 6 to start the day if she gets this. Just fights it right off her chest. Can she get it up? She's fighting and just misses it. Again, luckily, it's only 2.5 on the total. And she doesn't lose much, and not having to fight it for that long, I think that saves the back a little bit. We'll see here with Hillary trying to close out with 87.5. And then we've got 2 90-kilo attempts.
Meanwhile, Janessa Vela coming up for her third
Tenny with a fight.
bench.
Gosh. 3 white lights. What a great fight.
Wow, let's go Tenny. I thought she had maxed out on her second attempt, so really cool to see that she had a little extra gear there.
Hillary taking the time to set up. Oh, and it's worth it. That was easy. Maybe could have been a little bit more, but the margins there with only another 2.5. Taking that 87.5, I think that's a great way to walk out of the bench session.
Janessa Vela not quite there today.
We've got Callie. She bombed out on squat, but trying to have a good bench session here. Again, 6 more lifts. You've worked really hard to have this meet. Might as well have a good 6 for 6 at the end of the day.
Yeah. This is where you can separate yourself a little bit. If you're really competing, those extra 2.5 kilos that you make on a third attempt here might be the difference coming down later.
And it's not as costly as the squat either.
Absolutely. Less risk, more reward.
Absolutely. All right, we've got our last bench of the first flight here on platform 2. Got Rachel Lynn retaking 90 kilos.
Alexandra Evans. That 5 kilo jump to 75, just a little too heavy today. We've got Caitlin Tagle taking an extra 2.5 kilos up. Speaking of taking small jumps and just locking in wins. Trying to take 112 for a ride. Madison Gingras 5 kilo jump up, 80 is on the bar.
Go. Oh, Rachel able to get that. I think her butt stayed down, and that's 3 white lights. Really good job to get that back on her second try. All right, we will roll into the next flight here. I believe everyone is on the second flight now.
Come on, Madison. Yes. Good press, Madison. 3 white lights, 80 kilos locked in. And Caitlin's in too. Huge reaction from the crowd.
Really nice opener on platform 1 there. I think she might have missed the command. She got 3 reds. It moved fast off her chest though. We'll see if they want to retake that. Easy press for Samantha. Yeah, it's a really good start.
Okay, here's Jesselyn Fuentes. 7.5 kilo jump up. Her second attempt must have flown. Ellen Helmy, nice work with 82.5. Great attempt call today.
A lot of really strong openers here. Good job by Peyton on 87.5. We have Kyra setting up for 70.
Platform 3, Jesselyn, let's go. 3 white lights, excellent lift. The crazy thing about equipped bench pressing is you want to try to touch as low as possible to stretch the shirt out, but it throws you out of the typical path that you're used to pressing the barbell. So you have to quickly force the bar back up into the normal press, regain some of that composure before you lock out. Kind of a crafty move.
It's all in the groove for them. You know, a lot of lifters, they'll say, they mess up the technique on a lift, they'll call it a misgroove, but really you're not getting a misgroove if you're not using equipment.
There is no groove.
Some big benches here, though. Nice.
Oh, great press. Jenna.
Oh, that's 2 white lights.
Yeah, fantastic work. We've got a nice bench battle on our hands. Joy Lee coming back for 140 and Thelma with 142. Huge bench presses. Haley Haney taking 85. Let's go, Haley.
Even there might have been a little bit up and down. Let's see what those lights say.
Got the Apple Watch. You got to track those calories, you know?
You got to make sure the heart rate's right.
Get the steps.
Okay, we got Joy coming out for 308 pounds, 140 kilos. Looking for the groove there. Oh, and she's up.
Joy!
Great attempt.
To finish 3 for 3 on bench press, equipped. It's a huge deal.
It's hard. There's so many variables you're fighting against.
Yep. Bella Costello, 5 kilo jump up, 87.5. She's in with that.
We've got a 315-pound bench, 142.5 kilos by Thelma.
What a milestone. We talked about 100 kilos. This is just unheard of. Very few people ever do this. Let's go, Thelma.
If you're lifting at home in a regular gym, this is 3 plates.
Wow.
I think she got it.
Yeah. What a fight on the way back up.
Lights.
Whoa, let's go, Thelma. Bring that one back to the Raging Cajuns. Lauren Van Nostrand on platform 4. We'll be taking a 7.5 kilo jump up, 92.5 kilos on the bar for the 75 kilo athlete. Quick on the way down. Nice press. Every once in a while you see a lifter, it doesn't matter whether it's deadlift, squat, bench press, as they're going through the exertion portion, a head kind of leans to one side a little bit. Doesn't seem to affect strength all that much, but it does happen. We just finished up bench pressing on platform 4. We are setting up for deadlifts. They will be well on their way.
Yep, we've got Anjali on platform 2. Easy press. Very smooth lifter, I feel like. You know, all 3 squats look the same. Squat setup was great. I think she's pacing really well to start the day, 6 for 6. We've got Julie, second attempts on platform 1. Yeah, and we've got deadlifts going on platform 4 as well. We've got Janina starting with 115. I think they're setting that up right now, so you'll see that here shortly. Again, in between lifts, we take a 10-minute break on each platform. So if you're watching for someone, just know that there's a bit of a 10-minute break, and then we'll get back to the action. Got Emma on platform 2. Very strong off the chest. 3 white lights for Emma.
All right, all focus on platform 3 as platform 4 switches over for deadlift. Still have plenty of exciting bench pressing up ahead. Lily Hudson approaches the bar.
Great opener by Brooke.
Nice work, Brooke. Easy. Lily Hudson looks like she got a little bit of a long press command there. Maybe she took a while to get the bar motionless. Nevertheless, 3 whites there.
We've got Luciana setting up on platform 2. Had a really strong squat session. Unfortunately missed her squat 3rd. Hoping to get a rebound here in this bench session.
95 kilo openers. Crazy work.
Yeah, these women are strong.
Sophia Howell nearly set with 75 kilos for that opening bench press on platform 3.
Yeah, really strong by Luciana on that opener there. Got Jenny coming out, 97.5 kilos.
All right, and 3 white lights there. Sophia successful. Zaylin will be the next lifter. Zaylin was 3 for 3 on the squats. Really big 3rd attempt there.
Bit of a tough opener for Jenny. I don't know. Saw a little movement there at the hips. Maybe a bit of the setup was off.
Zaylin just setting those hands as wide as she can. A little bit of stretch where the shirt is.
We've got Brooke coming out. The crowd is making noise. Missed that opener. Trying
War
to get it back
drums
on the
going.
second.
Noise is for Brooke Ruland. No surprise, Midland making that noise, 85 kilos.
Go. Yep, I think she got that.
Quick touch, quick press there.
Yep, a lot better. Got Ekaterina out on platform 2. And Callie here on platform 1.
Gabby LeBlanc, 3 white lights there, success. Moving right along here in this. Platform 4 still has just about 5 minutes left before their platform is ready for deadlifting.
And we are getting some strong bench pressers here on platform 2. 105 kilo opener for these 75 kilo lifters.
That's enormous.
Good job by Callie on that second as well.
Joyce, you, platform 2, can't wait to see what you do. There's a lot of rhyming, huh?
There is. Taking the time to set up here.
Nice work, Janani.
Nice opener by Joyce. Got 2 reds. She got 2 yellows. That might have been the butt. But just coming up a little bit there in the lift.
Bar is loaded for Kristen Keith, coming for 80 kilos. In the 75 kilo weight class, platform 3.
Yeah. And we got Bailey closing out the first attempts here. 105 kilos again. That's 230 pounds.
That's such a huge opener. That's crazy.
That's big.
We were talking yesterday about the fact that collegiate lifting has just come such a long way.
Right.
Standard is truly elevated across the board.
Yeah, I think, with the growth of the sport, there's just a lot of new talent that comes in. I also think the passion that people have, people that you meet that have already been doing it when you're starting yourself, I think it just pushes you further,
Yeah, it's possible programming methods have gotten better. Perhaps people are starting a little bit younger than they used to as well, so just more training years by the time they get to that same age.
Right.
And like you said, just more people in the sport means more chances to get those outliers, those people who are just crazy good at this thing we call powerlifting.
All right, we're starting second attempts on platform 2 now.
Priscilla Zamora from the Javelinas, 80 kilos on the bar.
Really good attempt by Kyra after a pretty decent jump.
Yeah, that was a nice press.
There's definitely room to go up there.
Mm-hmm. I think it's often when you're choosing jump sizes, it's a mistake to look at the fastest part of the lift. You have to look at the slowest part of the lift and make your call based on that.
Absolutely. The slow part of the lift is where you're going to fail.
And you have to be so objective. It's easy if you're a coach to just make a call because you want the athlete to make a lift, not because you know what they should be putting on the bar.
Right. And I think that's when you have to lean on the relationship. As the athlete, being honest about what's happening, what you're experiencing on the platform, and as a coach, trying to make the best decision for them.
Absolutely. Mary Jane coming to the bar on platform 3, 82.5 kilos.
We've got Claire on platform 1, 97.5 kilos. Very nice. A little bit of trouble off the chest there, but able to get that through.
Nice work, Mary Jane. Good opener. Some room there to push.
Great press by Samantha. Very easy. Very smooth. Got Jillian setting up on platform 1. Looking to take 97.5. Emily as well on platform 2. Decent fight for Jillian, but gets that in there. 3 white lights, great lift. Okay, we have Sophia taking platform 1 here. Again, missed that opener. I believe it was a technical issue. Looking to correct that here and get this lift in.
All right, we are just about to begin deadlifting again on platform 4. Ariel Weisinger, trouble with that. Free red lights.
Got Jordan on platform 2 as well. All right, let's see how Sophia takes this.
That was about the fastest press command I've seen in a while.
Oh, that's 3. I'm not sure if her butt is down. That's the only thing I can think that she's struggling with there.
Someone yelled press from the audience.
It might have been. It might have been. It's hard from our perspective, too, to see that. We don't really have an angle for that at all. So she's going to go back and meet her coach. And, the press is strong. I think there's a lot of room to just, try to make this as clean as possible. Make sure you stay in the meet there. We've got Reagan coming up on platform 1. The easiest 3 squats I've ever seen. Very easy bench opener as well. Let's see if this the second bench moves the same.
What is she doing here? Is this warm-up for
Could be
Collegiate Nationals 2? Yeah.
Just getting ready to max out after the meet.
Bonus reps. Another great press.
Easy.
Yeah. Noise means that a Midland lifter must be up. It is Peyton Bustede with her opener at 110 kilos. We are going to go 110, 120, 130 for the next few openers there on platform 3. All right, Janina Din, nice and quick there. 115 kilo opener, moved very well. We will see a range of deadlift stances, conventional sumo, frog, everything in between. See hook grip, mixed grip.
A really strong press by Christina on platform 1. So, bit of trouble there for Emma. I'm not sure if that weight was too heavy for her. I don't know if she waited for that pause or the press command. We're going to see if she can recompose herself and get that back on the 3rd.
Does happen to athletes at all levels. This takes a little bit of experience, a little bit of practice.
Right.
You would think you don't have to practice commands, but you do. You don't just automatically remember. Kaylee Long, first deadlift out, 125 kilos.
Big fight by Julie, but just couldn't get it through. They were feeling confident after that. They took a bigger jump second and third. Just wasn't there today.
Pace of the competition is fast, it's slow, and then deadlift it just starts to fly again.
Right. Yeah, bench tends to slow down a little bit. A lot of lifters tend to take more time on the platform. But when it's time to deadlift, everyone's there ready to pull.
Nice press from Isabella. A little bit slower than I'd like to see for an opener for her, but we will see what happens on the next 2.
We've got Michaela on platform 1. She missed her second attempt of 80 kilos. She's retaking that here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was a technical issue.
All right, Zariah Patterson with the last few
the
instructions.
chest.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Now, Zariah just missing that 3rd American record squat. Want to see her get this opener to stay in contention for competition.
A little bit of trouble for Celia on that opening deadlift. I think she started a little too close to the bar. Looks like she hit her own knee on the way up.
Yeah, as you stand up, you make room for the bar so that you don't have to adjust your center of gravity. So maybe she was slightly off on that. Hannah robotic with 130 kilos there.
Amy with a very easy 3rd attempt bench.
By the way, Zariah was successful with that opening attempt. It was a little bit slow, but she's in. We'll see what happens as this bar continues to raise the load.
Got Allison taking 85 for her 3rd bench.
Trouble for Delaney Welker as 2.5 kilos up on 60 kilos. A little bit too much today. Quite a narrow grip there for Carla, just outside her legs. Sometimes that narrow grip helps you engage your lats, but you do want to make sure that your hands are at least a little bit on the knurling.
Right. You need to make sure that grip is set on the bar. Got Luciana on platform 2. Texas A&M fans and teammates are making a lot of noise right now for this bench attempt.
There they are,
as
Brooke
well as the
Ruland.
Midland lifter.
Anna Stoshka quick with 132. And Savannah presses 62. Got great lifting going on right now.
Brooke
If you're
taking
tuning
90.
in, this is USA Powerlifting Collegiate Nationals, our national championship.
Easy.
In Oklahoma City, as we are finishing out 75 kilo and 82.5 kilo women weight classes. Anna takes a moment to compose herself. It's really interesting, the level of hype. You know, some athletes come out, they just are full of energy. It can't be stopped. You can just see the amount of energy just coming off of them. And other athletes need to be that calm, that composed athlete in order to succeed.
Right. I think at the end of the day, it's about control. The amount that you control, I think, is the best. That's where you want to be. Some people, they like to feel, all the energy, and that gives them the control over what they're doing. But others, it has to be complete focus the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. So many different factors influence that, like where we've lifted, what our childhood experiences were. And, all that matters is kind of finding that sweet spot for you specifically.
Right. And finding a place, too, where, kind of like being able to flip the switch, being able to get there when you need pretty consistently.
Yeah, high-level athletes are able to manage their energy both in raising it when they need to and also lowering it when they need to.
And in a place like here where there's a lot of external energy, I think, having that internal control, it's a very important skill to develop.
Yep. Yeah, I've played around with not having caffeine on competition day just because there's so much external energy already here.
Right. No caffeine. I know people who don't listen to music, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, have as much control over themselves as possible.
In an individual skill-based sport like this, controlling your inner world matters so much.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a bobble there for Zaylin. Even as she presses it out, this is going to be a no lift.
We've got Ekaterina on platform 2. One thing that's interesting about her is, generally people assume that if you have longer limbs on the bench press, it's going to be a lot harder to press, but if 105 is any indication, I think 110 here is going to be in the bag for her.
Again, huge bench presses there for Ekaterina.
Really nice start for Bridget as well. That's 2 yellows. It might have been, again, the butt.
Yeah, for the yellow calls on the bench press, it's really hard to see from our angle where we are specifically. Sophia Howell descends with 82.5 kilos. Nice press for her.
Yeah. We've got Sophia on platform 1. Missed the first 2 here. I believe, again, that, she's been getting yellow cards. I think it's the butt. It's a very strong press, though. I think she can try to make this as clean as possible. She definitely has the strength to do this.
Love to see those athletes who accelerate all the way through the finish on deadlifts, as we're already seeing some deadlifting on platform 4.
Let's go. 3 whites for Sophia. She's still in the meet.
Back against the wall and made it happen.
And Joyce with 3 white lights after a missed opener.
Kristen Keith works her way through that bench press at 85 kilos. Hey, she is so excited about that one. 3 white lights. Bars loaded both for Janie Jenkins and Gabrielle LeBlanc. Big 145 kilo deadlift opener for Laney.
We've got Claire here with 100 kilos. Touches and she fights.
Great fight there for Claire. Wow.
I think that's 3 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after starting today 1 for 3, getting 3 attempts on bench, I think it's really good for confidence going to pulls.
Absolutely right.
We've got Kyra here taking a 7.5 kilo jump. A bit bigger than the other girls have been taking, but she's been moving. I think this should be a safe jump for her. We'll see right here.
Okay, Janina Din, who started us off, now taking a second attempt at 127.
Go, Kyra's fighting. Just lost it at the end there. I think she might have lost a little positioning.
Thankfully, those spotters and loaders are capable of taking that bar.
Absolutely. They've been doing a great job this weekend.
Okay, we've got Priscilla Zamora on platform 3. Platform 4 is Abigail Velton. Both lifters just about to start. Nice. Slow and steady finish through the deadlift.
Jordan's fighting. Just lost a little bit at the end there.
Can't yank your way through the finish of a deadlift. Have to just kind of start correct and then just stay the course through the finish.
It might not seem like it, but powerlifting is a game about position. And if at any point you lose it, you're not as strong as as you were assuming.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not about brute strength. It's about getting really good at moving a weird-shaped bar a very specific way.
Absolutely.
It leads to a deeper point. I mean, honestly, strength is specific. You get good at the things that you practice more often, in all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, and I think a lot of those conversations about, showcasing strength and different styles of lifting, at the end of the day, you're trying to put a total up in a competition. Whatever puts you in the best position to do that, in the best literal position, lifting position, I think that's what you have to do no matter what.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, Celia Holden. Yep, nice finish for her. 137.5 as she lifts 2 red circles and a silver piece of metal.
Christina with a tough fail there on her third bench.
Okay, now Ariel Weisinger did miss her opening bench press. Really want to see her come back and get this second attempt.
All right, we've got Reagan here on platform 1. The first 5 attempts of her day were incredibly easy. They're waving her off right now. I think they're checking the platform real quick. She might have stepped on the platform a little early, but she's good now. Again, very easy 5 listed for this. Let's see if this moves the same.
Speaking of those 100-kilo bench presses, Crystal Ledesma is coming out for her second attempt at 100. Crispy lockouts on platform 4 for Anna Sochka.
Wow. Okay. A little bit of a fight there, but again, all of Reagan's attempts today have been incredibly easy. So I think she's having a great time right now.
It's good lifting today. Hannah Harling, clear lockout at 140. Kind of see when they just get around the other side of their hips. Shoulders back. Great finish. Crystal Ledesma. Yes, she will be going away with that 100-kilo bench press on her second attempt. Still bench pressing to come.
We're finishing up on bench here on platform 2. Emma taking a big fight on 90, and she gets it. Oh, that's a great fight.
Peyton slides it through. as she gets ready for 115 kilos. Carla Lovato, 142.5 kilos. The work, still room to go there. 142.5 looks good.
We've got 95 kilos on platform 2. I believe it's Angel. I don't know if I've been saying the wrong name. I apologize.
Looks like Angel to me. Slightly yanking the start is Angelica Sims, though quick work of 147.5. Plenty of room left on that bench deadlift, excuse me.
That's a great press by Angel there. 95 kilos, 6 for 6 to start the day. A lot of these lifters are 6 for 6 right now, really building that subtotal. And that'll be very important coming up soon.
Going to leave the screen here up on this split screen because as soon as we get the bar loaded for platform 1, platform 2 will be going to break. Saloon Fedovsky on platform 4, 147.5. It's slow. Can she get through it? Yes. Good work there, and I think, like you were saying earlier, as soon as you get out of that sweet spot, the press just gets, or the deadlift just gets harder. Every lift gets harder when you're slightly out of your groove.
Yeah, when you're not in that strong position, there's not much you can do to compensate. You know, we're lifting at maximal loads. You need every little bit of advantage you can get. Obviously, there's times where, like, hey, you might be able to, get your way through it, but, these second, third attempts that these athletes are performing, they need to be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely right. Erica Lavoie stays in her groove, 147.5. 3 white lights there.
And we've got Jenny here on platform 2. 102.5, that's 226 pounds. 2 plates in your regular gyms. She fights it. I think that's good.
Nice, Jenny. Okay, Isabella Stone. 5 kilo jump up, 125. Really quick there for Andrea. Down command almost before she was locked out. Just so in command of the bar. And unfortunately, no lift for Isabella Stone. She will get another shot at that on a third.
We've got Luciana here on platform 2. Again, another 5 kilo jump here. She's been looking strong all day.
Wouldn't it be nice to go home with a 231-pound bench press?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and it looks like that's what she's going to do.
Solid press, Luciana.
And we're coming up here on our last 4 benches on platform 2.
Looks like Aaliyah Gonzalez got a little bit lightheaded for that. Glad she's okay as she was able to walk off the platform. Zariah Patterson walks off without seeing the lights. 3 white lights for her.
Sometimes you just know.
Sometimes you just know. You still want to check, though.
That's true.
Okay, Natalie Schoening. 155.
Oh, great job by Hannah. I think that's 3 white lights. Yeah, had a bit of a technical issue on the second, I believe, and be able to get that on the third. We're starting to close out here. We've got a record coming up in 2 lifts. But
Yeah,
we got Bailey taking
Katarina.
the platform.
113. We're seeing that she's forecasted in 2nd overall for that weight class.
And if she's in a battle, I mean, that chip is going to be very important.
Yeah, so talk to me about why. I think we don't give enough coverage to exactly why that 0.5 kilos can make a difference.
Yeah, so you can only do the chip increments when you're doing a record. If you are competing against someone and you're trying to out-total them, if they have a chip on you, you don't have the decision to match the chip unless you're also doing a record. So if they have a chip and you don't, you have to perform 2.5 kilos on top of, what they've done. And that means you have to, no matter what you do, you have to total more than them. There is no tying them. There isn't, meeting them at that total. You have to do more than them.
So it's forcing the other lifter to lift more than they want to.
Yeah, no matter what. Tough fail for Joyce. Again, only 2.5 loss on the total. Not the biggest. It doesn't cost the most on her day. She's still competitive here. I think she's forecasted pretty high.
Texas A&M, Savannah Netchek just not able to get through that, but it was only 2.5 kilos up from her second attempt, so not a big loss on the total.
Okay, and we've got Ekaterina here with 113.5 kilos. I believe, this is an American record. Let's see how she sets this up.
Okay, Lily. So, it is true. You can set your hands wherever you like, but generally speaking,
oh my gosh.
Nice work, Ekaterina. Is that our national record?
I think that's the national record.
And it's 3 white lights. Let me give her a moment. Congratulations, Ekaterina. Wow. Soak it in. Go celebrate with the team. Take that
awesome.
one home. Wow.
That was easy, too.
Yeah, great press. Yeah, as I was saying, if your elbows ever get below your shoulders, if we're looking from the front, usually that's a sign of inefficiency. Usually that's a sign you want to try to widen your grip a little bit and get a little bit less bend in the elbows,
right.
So you don't have to press the barbell quite as far.
We've got platforms 1 and 2 setting up for deadlifts, but platform 3 is still benching. Big fight by Zaylin. She might have gotten that. Let's see. Might have been up and down. Oh, that's 2 whites. That's good. It's a great lift.
All right, we've got Anna Sojka getting ready on platform 4. Both platform 1 and platform 2 on break. Platform 1 just about to come back. Sophia Howell taking a 5-kilo jump up for a third bench press there. As I recall, her second attempt was heavy but doable. Let's see what she can do. Anna Sojka, so clean. A little bit of room there, but as we said, you don't really have to maximize every single attempt. Sometimes it's just the number you want and the number you get. And there it is. And Sophia Howell just kind of losing her groove a little bit. Unable to get that. Lots of energy here for Celia Holden. Double check the belt. 147 on the bar. It's a grind. It's a fight. And the lock. I feel like when she got it past her knees, she knew she was going to be successful at that. Congrats. Huge lift. All right, and Mary Jane coming out, just attempting to retake that 87.5. If you are on Platform 1 or Platform 2 or watching those lifters, we will be back momentarily for them. Platform 4's Hannah Harling, 147.5. Can she get past the knees? And just lost her balance on that. So unfortunate. Plenty of strength there. And Aaliyah Gonzalez now 150. A deep breath. A little bit of focus. Just that control of the inner world. Kristen Keith on Platform 3, 2.5 kilos up. 87.5 on the bar.
Owen's just pulling. Just can't break the
No,
floor
just not there today. Carla Lovato now, guest lifter, 152.5. Big 10-kilo jump up, but her second attempt was great.
Yeah, let's see how she performs this here. She looks excited.
I don't know. She's psyching herself out. Ugh.
It's definitely a balance there. Like, for that third pull, you know, a lot of people prefer to get really excited, but, you know, if you've been calm the whole time, it can be a big change for you.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to change anything. That's the thing, you know? If it works in training, it should work here. If it doesn't work in training, it shouldn't work here. So,
and I think part of it, too, I mean, you know, it's not, you know, not that it's anybody's fault, but, I mean, it's the most exciting part of the meet.
It is, absolutely.
Going to your last pull, everyone's going to be excited for you. It's kind of hard to fight against that and try to maintain yourself.
100% correct, yep.
She gets her third deadlift with a big smile and 3 white lights. We've got Ariel on platform 3. 95 kilos for the third bench.
7.5 kilo jump up. I suspect this is close to what she wanted for a second attempt.
Could have been. We'll see how she approaches this.
Erica Lavoie. Smooth through the lockout. I think it was clean.
Yeah, 2 white lights.
There's a blue from the side. Sometimes the bar settles a little bit, which causes up and downward movement. Maybe they saw it right off the floor. Sometimes other technicalities for the deadlift. Shoulders need to be all the way back. Hips need to be finished through. Sometimes soft shoulders can cause a yellow infraction there. Let's go, Angelica. 160.
Big jump after the second.
Yeah, it was, absolutely. Speaking of big jumps, here comes a 10-kilo jump on bench press for Priscilla Zamora.
We've got Greenlee on platform 1, taking her opener deadlift. Very smooth. Andrea on platform 4, taking her last pull, last lift of the day. She gets this, that's 9 for 9. That's a big meet. Had a great day so far. It'd be great to close it out nice. Great pull. She locks it out, but I think there was some up and down there. Yeah, tough way to lose that, but great meet
unfortunate.
otherwise.
In disbelief almost as she's walking away.
Yeah, the up and down is heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really is. Because you finish the lift. Anytime you finish the lift, it feels like, why didn't I get this?
Right. Got Crystal with 105. Oh, hits the groove really nice. I think that's clean. Yeah, 3 white lights. Well, Natalie with a big fight. Did she lock out? I think she locks it out. We'll see what the refs think. That's 2, that's good. Okay, we've got Peyton coming out on platform 3, 120 kilo bench.
Okay, Peyton is out. Laney. Are the knees locked out? I don't know.
Let's see, no.
It must be what it is. Yeah, she over pull. Sometimes when you try to extend the back, your knees actually get soft.
Right.
It's this delicate balance. You need to squeeze your quads and your glutes to make sure that you don't overextend.
All right, we've got Janani coming out for 120 kilos. Big jump after the first. We're going to see here how this works. Trying to make sure that the spotter has all the right instructions. If you watch only raw powerlifting, you might think it's a bit of an unbelievable jump, but for the equipped lifters, you know, getting that first attempt, getting themselves in the meet, and then securing themselves in the meet, and then trying to hit the number that they think is there for the day is usually a useful strategy to make sure that they're competing. Here we go. Looking for the groove. She touches. Just loses it there. Again, that's why you take that smaller attempt. She's in the meet still, you know, she's not going to bomb out. And just a little hard to, you know, make the right prediction on the day. Isabella Stone taking 125, missed it on the second. Here, the crowd's getting hyped for her. Taking the time to set that up. And then we got Lauren on platform 4, taking 135. All right, she finds it. Can she extend? I think that's good. We'll see the ref things up and down movement, but I think that's 3 whites. Yeah, it is. Great lift. All right, Zariah Patterson coming out for 142.5 kilos. That's 315 again, 3 plates. Over on platform 1, we have Katie out of Oregon taking 155 kilos. Yeah, really good pull for her. Even though she only got 1 squat, she's really big up on the subtotal after her bench. We're going to see how that plays into, you know, placing, doing well within her flight, and then doing well overall. Yeah, Zariah on platform 3 with 142.5 kilos. This is a really big press. Yeah, we'll see. Just tough there. Really good attempt. Yeah, and after that, I mean, everyone's going to be on bench, or on deadlift. Platform 3 will take a 10-minute break, and then we'll get back to deadlifts. Meanwhile, every other platform is loaded right now. Ellen with a really good opener of 145 kilos. You know, in contrast to what we've been seeing with bench, you're going to see these ladies take a really big jumps on deadlift. You don't want to be taxing your body too much on these, you know, earlier attempts, but setting yourself up for that big third. I think it's, you know, every powerlifter's dream to have a, you know, an amazing third pull. It's the end of the meet for these ladies. They're trying to finish out well. We got Rachel on platform 2, taking 135 kilos. And set up there. Very easy. Yeah, I expect a very big jump after that. And very nice attempt there from Mackenzie as well. I believe that's Kylie on platform 4. A little bit of a buckle on the pull. Could have been an issue with the setup there. Definitely something to go back and look over with the coach. And we've got Emily Ramos taking 130 for the second attempts on platform 1. Starting to get rolling here on those second attempts there. Really good opener by Tenny. We're seeing a lot of easy openers here. Really expect for there to be big jumps out for this. Really good second by Alexis. May have opened a bit heavy, but we're going to see what they take on that third. Definitely, has the ability to grind out a good pull there. So we'll see how big that jump is. Another easy attempt for Greenlee.
Hey, I am back. Greeted to a bicep flex, double bicep from Janelle Yang. 142.5.
Go. Janelle's feeling good, and the lift is looking good.
Good work for Janelle. And we are just about on deadlift for all 4 platforms. Platform 3, slightly behind. They'll be back with us in 8 minutes. All right, Haley Haney, 142.5, good there. Lauren Van Nostrand just checking the belt here before she approaches 145 kilos. Got to get right. She is doing what we sometimes call a top-down setup. So she is gathering herself, setting everything at the top, and going down quickly before she grabs the bar and pulls versus what we call a bottom-up setup like Christy Doe is doing on platform 2. A little bit more patient. In my opinion, it's a little bit easier to make sure that it's repeatable.
We got Abigail on platform 1. Easy lift.
Nice pull, Alexandra. 3 white lights there.
One thing I love, the contrast between bench and deadlift, like these ladies are excited to do this right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
A lot more quiet when they're benching, but I think the excitement comes out here.
I just had to run through the warm-up area. It is electric out there.
Go.
Ellen Helmy triple checking the belt and making sure it is perfect before she does 152.5.
That's a great.
Honestly, watching her with her pre-lift belt ritual, there's a lot that I can take away from that, making sure that every little piece is exactly where you want it to be. A lot of times people just like clip it, roughly feel that it's in the right spot and pull, but of course it makes a difference.
Absolutely, yeah. I adjust my belt, a lot before I get into a pull.
Kylie Newmore now from Kent State University with 155 for a second attempt.
Again here, I feel like she might have. She's just running out of space there. It looks like she's hitting her own legs on the way up.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. He's rocking the A7. At this point, you know, especially if you do any weight manipulation, you want to make sure that you take care of your fluid and rehydration afterwards. One way to do that is Element, one of our sponsors. Element are these little packets of essentially tasty sodium that make it easier for you to get in your electrolytes while you're doing strenuous activity, just like this. They're a sponsor of USA Weightlifting as well, so it's really cool they're kind of reaching out to barbell sports.
No, definitely a very important product. A lot of these ladies are going to have been, you know, cutting into these weight classes, trying to be as competitive as possible and improve their training. And so being well hydrated, getting all your electrolytes back, it's a very important part of the process.
I don't know if you ever used to use some of the old products, but they just taste like literal seawater.
I've done some bad cuts. I'm familiar.
Yeah, the alternatives are soy sauce, pickle juice, or tasty watermelon salt. So.
We've got Ileana taking her opener on platform 2. She's had a really good day so far. I believe she is 6 for 6 right now.
Hey, awesome. I've got Tenny Shaughnessy. She has surprised me the entire day. Excellent comeback on a third bench press there. Big 12-kilo jump up here to 170. Just soaking in the environment, it looks like to me.
Yeah, she looks comfortable. Pulling. Okay, a bit of a bobble there. Let's see if that's up and down.
I think she got through that. Yep,
Good, yeah.
2 white lights there, and she is good. You can always go ask the judges why you got a red light, and I think that's underutilized just in the rush to get off the platform and go put in the next attempt. But yeah, you can go up afterwards and ask them, and it's critical information to help you adjust for the next time.
Yeah, absolutely. We use the light system to kind of, you know, give you an idea of what they're looking for, what was the infraction, but having a ref tell you what it was, I think it's the easiest way to adjust your issues.
Yep. Bella Costello here, beltless, A7 singlet. I love that all black.
Me too. I think it's definitely a big staple amongst lifters. So
A little
bit of trouble
shaky.
Yeah.
At lockout.
Let's see here. Oh, she's good.
Hey, she's in. And she finishes out great meet, 115.87, 132.5. Congratulations, Bella.
Great pull by Lauren. She's got room for more, but she's going to have to fight. Oh, we got 2 reds. Got a red card and a blue card. So at some point she didn't finish locking out. I think her knees were actually a little bit soft.
Huge fight there for Haley Haney. Finishing, no, blues from the sides on that deadlift. Unfortunate to see.
We've got Mackenzie from Purdue on platform 1. Oh.
Double bicep
Nice.
again, Janelle Yang. All right, Janelle Yang.
I think that's good.
Wow, nice pull. Good execution. Hey, she's looking. She knows where the lights are. Nice work, Janelle.
All right, we've got Emily coming up here on platform 1. Looking to finish her day here. She hasn't gotten any of her third lifts here. Let's see if she can change that right here. Be a good way to finish. Easy. Can she lock it out? Just get over the knee. She's fighting it. That's a tough way to end the day, but really good meet otherwise.
All right, Lauren Van Nostrand, 10-kilo jump up. Pretty sensible jump there to 155.
Oh, yeah, and she was smiling the whole time.
Nice finish. Hey, it's a
lift.
good lift. Somehow looking graceful. I look like a purple dinosaur when I deadlift. All right, Grayson Card coming out, 150 kilos. Sonia Zamora, 157.
She missed her second on strength. We'll see here if maybe she can find the will, something within her to make this pull. She's had a nice day. It'd be nice to finish with a good pull. She's going. She's up. Yeah, just a bit tough.
Ellen Helmy, so technical on that third deadlift. Well earned, 162.5 kilo, third attempt.
Got Amelia Marty here setting up for the second pull of the day.
Nice, Amelia.
Smooth.
You are able to roll that bar anywhere on the platform. Sometimes, especially toward the end of a competition, there'll be a lot of little divots from this bar dropping repeatedly over and over and over again for the entire competition. You want to find a spot where you can have that bar right where you want it, and you can move it. Not there today for Kylie Newmore.
Yeah, it's definitely important to make sure the bar's in a good spot. A lot of repetitive, dropping of the bar throughout the day.
Baby powder sometimes gets up in that carpet they're on.
Yep. We got Abby with a big pull on platform 1.
Wow, a tough first pull for Joy Zhu Allen.
That's 9 for 9 for Abby. Congrats.
Congrats. Joy may be a little bit zapped. It is, you would think like, okay, 9 lifts, no big deal. It's tough to get through 9 lifts in equipment.
No, absolutely. And I think, too, the environment for these lifters, this is a very overstimulating room.
100%, yep.
The last time I was at, I did CNATs last year. Every time I wasn't lifting, I made it a big deal to leave the building.
Yeah, for sure. Just want to highlight Madison. Excellent 3 for 3 finish on the deadlift. Huge 165 there.
Very easy opener for Jamie.
Come on, Tara Verma.
Oh, smooth.
Nice pull. A little side glance there. She's just waiting for that down command. The head referees
Very
are
nice.
just off to the side of the platform so that we can keep a clean view for you guys. So if you see them glancing off the side, they are waiting for a down command. The only command in deadlift.
We got Violet here on platform 1. Trying to finish her day. Break the floor. Fighting for it.
What a fight.
Fighting. Wait.
Did she actually get that?
Got that. Oh.
Okay, that's a gym PR. That's absolutely gym PR.
I think the bar just came down a little bit right when she was fighting at her knees. Or it could have been supporting.
Okay, Tenny Shaughnessy. Come on, Tenny. Come on.
Get up, get up.
What a
That was awesome.
fight.
Wow. We've got Emily coming up here for her last pull of the day. Last lift of the day.
I think Tenny has finished us off on platform 4, so we will switch our scene to platform 3 because we still have quite a bit of lifting left there, and we may as well use the full screen to highlight these lifters.
Oh. Yeah, really tough drop by Emily there. She had a great day otherwise. A little heartbreaking to, lose the lift that way, but a lot of great lifting today. Got Erica on platform 2. Easy second. Yeah, expect a big jump after that. As we get through these pulls here, positioning is going to be a lot more important for the lifters, thinking about team position, thinking about personal position. Going to see a lot of things coming into play. We've got Caitlin on platform 2, taking her time to set up. She's up. Very smooth. Definitely has room for a nice third. So we'll see what she puts in. Oh, we got Lauren, platform 1.
Chloe Robinson now getting 157 loaded.
She missed her second on a technicality, but the strength was there. We'll see if she gets this one. She's fighting for it. She locks it down, but it might have been a little bit of ramping, or sorry, supporting on the thighs. Yeah, that's what the refs are seeing. Really good fight. That you'd call that a gym PR for sure. Okay, so explain how a deadlift suit helps you.
Yeah, so all these suits work just by stretching as little as possible. And when you put it on in a certain way, it stretches in a way that bends just like a spring. And when you try to return it to the right position, it just adds a little bit of extra force. So in this particular situation, the stretch is mainly from the bottom of the suit up to the shoulder straps coming in. So when you're standing up straight, it's really not doing a whole lot. But as you bend over, it's starting to stretch along the back side of the suit, causing some of that compression. As soon as you start to pull, it gives you that little extra force.
Okay.
So as you can see, as they get close to lockout, it's basically all them. There's nothing the suit is doing. You're locking out essentially raw. So of the 3 lifts, the deadlift usually gives people the least amount of like added weight compared to their raw lift.
Right. Oh, Sydney with a great third pull.
Nice, Sydney.
A really good day out of Sydney.
Here comes Joy Lee with 175. She just finished 3 for 3 on bench press and is in the mix right now for medals.
Got Mackenzie taking her third here. Smaller jumps during this deadlift session, but I think 177.5 is a good call.
Excellent pull there. So as soon as we get this last 2 deadlifts registered on platform 3, we can start seeing the forecasted placing, which the coaches are using in the warm-up room to choose attempt selection for second attempts and for third attempts. All the lifting so far, it's behind. It's just numbers in the calculation. You've got to deadlift. You've got to use what you can to just inch your way forward and try to figure out what's the highest placing I can get my lifter to.
And deadlift is special between the 3 events because this is the only time where they can really jostle for position.
They get to change their third deadlift twice. So they get 2 chances to play mind games, play a little chess.
And we've got Katie coming out for her third pull here on platform 1.
Let's go Thelma Andrews. And if
She's
you want to
up.
follow along, you can go to LiftingCast.com to see all the scoring. Katie Zimmerman.
That's 3 whites.
Slow and steady wins the race. Katie, fantastic. Jeez.
Yeah, big congratulations on that. That was a good pull.
Okay, and with that last deadlift, we should be back to the top of the order now. Looks like our lifting cast is a little bit behind here. Or they just haven't marked it as a good lift. We will see.
We're starting third pulls on platform 2. Amber's had a smooth deadlift session so far. Let's see how she closes. Oh, and that's smooth too.
Nice work from Florida International University. Amber Stevens.
8 for 9 day. Really good meet.
Trying to see if she got those knees straight. Wow, 2 white lights there. I don't know if it was an illusion or not. I feel like she just wiped her brow like it was just a sigh of relief as she came off the platform in that one.
Right. And sometimes you'll have those, Sometimes you might not feel like you got the lift or what have you, but maybe get the call. That's a good lift.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's see what Amberlyn Hoper here can do on deadlift after not having the day that she wanted.
That's a good pull.
We don't always get all 3 lifts to cooperate. Sometimes it's 2 out of 3. Just got to take what you can on the third one.
We've got Amelia here taking her third pull on platform 2. She's up. I think she got it.
Nice lockout, Amelia. Okay, let's go Jamie Hall. Northeastern University. 150 kilos. Accelerates through the finish. It's another day in the office for Jamie Hall. All right, so as we're seeing these placings start to shape up, Jesselyn Fuentes coming up currently in 4th and will stay in 4th after this lift. She's one of the earlier deadlifters, so in the position where she's going to have to wait and watch some of the other lifters to see how things shake out.
And a nice pull.
Yep, great work from her. She will need that to stave off people in lower placings from trying to catch. Not just about catching the first place, but about catching literally any place you can for team points. That all-important team scoring toward the end of the weekend.
And I believe you get team scoring up to 5th place?
No, actually it goes quite a bit further, like down to 30th place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every place matters.
It does. I mean, it's 1 point down at the bottom there, but I mean, I've seen it come down not only to that, but to a tie where you have to see how many of your lifters got first place, and then after that, like, what's your average team dot score?
Right.
Yeah, pretty specific.
Very slow wedge into the bar.
Patient and careful. Anna Kamencik rewarded 3 white lights.
All right, we've got Chrissy. Third pull, platform 2. She's had a very clean day so far. Very clean lifter. This will be for 9 for 9.
Yeah, 8 for 9. Sorry, 8 for 8 so far.
Just setting it up.
Wow. Sophia Wood. So fast.
I think Chrissy has to fight through her thighs, but I think she got it. Let's see. Oh.
No. Close.
Could have been supporting on the thighs there. It's just really hard to fight that position when you're stuck there.
Yeah, absolutely right. All right, Chloe Robinson waves to the crowd for that successful second attempt. And the orange and blue, Janessa Vila coming out 165 kilos. This was one of our athletes who bombed on squat, so she won't register a total. However, still can set some PRs here. Have some fun. Maybe the pressure's off a little bit. I don't know what the powerlifting equivalent of running laps is, but all right. And this athlete doesn't have a total yet because she missed her opening deadlift, so she needs this 165, Caitlin Tagle, in order to pull into 5th. Very, very important deadlift.
It's a great pull by Hillary. She's excited, and that's 3 white lights. I think she's yelling Penn State.
Congrats, Selena. All right, did Caitlin Tagle hold that at the top long enough? Yes, she did. Okay, we have a different game now that she's on the board. The next 3 deadlifts are currently in 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. As we close out second attempts, we'll come around at the top of 3rd attempts and review those placings again.
We've got Selena taking a big jump here on platform 2 into her 3rd. 165 on the bar. Oh, I think that's good. Yeah, congrats, Selena. That's really good. Bit of a tougher opener there for Callie. We're gonna see how much room she has after that pull. We got Bella here on platform 2. She missed her second, I believe it was on a technicality. We're gonna see if she can fix that issue here and get it back on her 3rd.
All right, Jenna Mailer on platform 3, trying to cover a little bit of ground here, temporarily pulling into second place with this 185. Yeah, she's got more in the tank. She might be one of those athletes who can just put what she needs on the bar to finish and pull into first place. That was, I don't know, maybe first attempt speed for a second attempt. So see what she's got. Not to be outdone here. A 205 kilo, 15 kilo jump here for Thelma Andrews. Raging Cajuns came to play.
And the top 3 in that flight, they're all right about the same as far as what they're pulling. So we're going to see what they do to
so exciting
for position.
It's my favorite. You know, it's great when there's a standout athlete who's head and shoulders above the other athletes, but we all love a good battle. That's what we're here for. So
right. Okay. That was smooth.
Yes, ma'am. Thelma, 205. That one's for the team.
So Thelma's going to have the last pull. And we're just going to see how much she has to load based on how much Jenna and Joy do. And the game there is both of them are going to be trying to put on what they can. But if they miss at any point, you know, that's almost guaranteed for them to lose.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
it's playing that game, you know, how safe do you want to be? How much can you risk it? Sometimes, I know in powerlifting, you know, everyone wants the last pull, the biggest pull, to have the last say. I think sometimes having the first say is, you know, an advantage that we don't speak of.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, you get a little bit more control. You get to decide, what do I want to do? You're not swayed by, like, what someone else is going to do. You get to make a purely objective decision. And if you have a good coach-athlete relationship, you're just choosing the number your athlete can lift the most. And that's all they can do. Mm-hmm. You can't ask any more than that.
Absolutely. We've got our last 2 deadlifts on platform 2 for the first flight. We got Caitlin out of Boston University taking 175. I believe this sets her up for a 9-for-9 day. So let's see how she finishes.
And over here we've got Amberlyn Hoper trying to put the finish on the day that she probably wanted to. Can she go 3 for 3 on the deadlift and hit this 155?
Yeah, that should be 3 whites for Caitlin. Really, really good day. That's 9-for-9.
Just couldn't quite get through to lockout as Amberlyn Hoper throws hearts, throws handshakes. That's a great competitor, recognizing the environment around them, giving back to the sport, just a handshake.
Absolutely.
It's a thankless job being a volunteer referee here for USA Powerlifting. It's early mornings, it's late nights, and they do it all for the sport.
Yeah, the sport can't happen without them. We've got Ileana here, platform 2 is the last pull for this flight.
So speaking of that early advantage you were talking about, Jesselyn Fuentes is just going to have to just choose the number she thinks she can get and just wait to see what happens. And looks like 157 was it. 2 whites is enough.
And the difference, too, is, you know, in an open meet where maybe it's just an individual championship, you might want to risk a little bit more, but if you can get the points secured here, you know, on a team basis, that might be the decision that some of these lifters are making. Yeah,
it really does change the calculus a little bit. Certain other competitions where, let's say you have to qualify to go on to the next level of competition, and first place is the only way you get there, yeah, it certainly changes it.
Yeah.
You just risk it.
And I think for a lot of these lifters, you know, celebrating a first place, a second place, that would be big for them, but, you know, the opportunity to celebrate something big with your team, I think that's something special that you...
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, you
get
to share it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Jamie. Put everything she had into that deadlift. 160 kilos.
That's good.
Yes. Nice call, coach. Nice execution, athlete.
And we are starting here on platform 2 with the second flight. A lot of lifters in this flight here are going to be the ones determining placing. So we're going to see how this shakes out here. I think it's going to be very interesting to watch. And we've got Regan on platform 1. Keeping the theme today with a very, very fast opener. Let's see how the second moves.
Yep, we'll be determining the winner for 4 separate divisions here. 2 weight classes, 2 equipment levels. And it's all happening in the next 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, after that poll, Reagan is forecasted in 3rd place. She's currently in 2nd place. I don't know if the strategy today is for her to take, these easier lifts. I think she's peaked really well is what happened. But, I mean, it looks like she has a lot of room to make a big pull, maybe sit in 1st place and see if others miss. We'll see what Reagan does.
It's a mislift for Annika Menzik. Unbelievable grit to get through to the top on that, but there was a little bit of downward movement. Okay, Chloe Robinson will not be making any upward movement in placing with this 10-kilo jump up. Probably coach and athlete decided, you know what, this is my number here. This is the most I can do today. And that is totally okay. So she flips the belt around, sends the Robinson out to the crowd. I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool.
I didn't know you could do that either. Oh, and I think that's going to be good.
Let's go. Chloe, 175. And the elegant bow. 3 white lights. Congratulations. Okay, trying for a little bit of movement. Caitlin Tagle will go from 5th to 4th now if she makes this 175-kilo deadlift. You can already see how close she keeps the bar to her body with that scrape on the right knee.
That might be from a nail.
Might be from a nail. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is on that overhand.
So there. Just stuck at that position.
Yeah, it's not there. I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse than tearing a callus on like a 1st or a 2nd attempt.
Right.
Just trying to get through the rest of the day.
All right, it doesn't look like any of these next pulls. I don't think anyone's position is going to change here, so everyone's going to stay where they are. I think everyone's just pulling what they can today.
If Jenna Mailer misses, Joy Lee has a chance to overtake. So Joy Lee may squeeze her way into 2nd attempt, or 2nd place, we'll see. But if Jenna Mailer makes, you're absolutely right, yeah. We did see some movement there. Someone just changed.
So Joy Lee just went down 2.5 kilos.
So they were bluffing. Use their change now to drop what they think the athlete can do. Love this part of the competition. Adds a whole other layer to you just completing the lift you think you can do.
Right. So if these ladies hit their lifts, this is going to be 3, 2, 1 in that order of placing as well.
Reason why we're not seeing the athlete out here on platform 3, probably because of that change. They're just trying to figure out who is supposed to be the lifter, and here it is, Joy Lee. She's got to put everything into this pull. Can she hold it down for her team? Moving. It is just stuck there. Yeah, everything she had. A great pull there, which means Jenna Mailer can try to pull for 1st now, but Thelma just wants to be the last deadlifter. She just put in a gigantic number just because.
Right.
So Jenna Mailer is just going to say, this is the number that I think I can pull. And honestly, based on her 2nd attempt, I think this is a lock. But this number specifically is crucial. If she gets it, she is forcing Thelma to make her 3rd attempt.
So you see there, Thelma goes down 207.5 from 225. So they're playing that card there. It's only a 2.5 kilo jump, but she has to make this. I believe Jenna has, she has weight advantage. And so if they tie on total, Jenna's going to be the winner.
Yep. Jenna is the lighter lifter, so the lighter lifter wins. If the total is tied, and I wish I could say it more often, it's great when it happens. It comes down to the last deadlift. Thelma Andrews. We will be back with platform 1 and 2 momentarily as we put our attention on this last deserved deadlift here for Raging Cajun's Thelma Andrews. Just 2.5 up from her 2nd attempt. 2nd attempt was difficult Did it gas her out? Does she have what it takes? Let's find out.
And she's up. I think that's good.
She's got it.
That's good.
New
That's
national
winner.
champion, Raging Cajuns. And we will see some movement in the team scoring as a result of that. Very, very cool.
Okay, as we get to the third deadlifts here on platform 1, we're starting to see, the board shake out for the 82.5 class. Right now we have Jillian Whitting in first place with 465. Reagan is right behind her, although Reagan is not taking an attempt to overtake her in position. I'm interested to see if maybe that changes, if they look at the board and feel confident in making that decision. Reagan's been lifting really well today. I'm confident that she would have that number, but we'll see what they're thinking here. The board looks like it's going to stay the same. Everyone's in the same place. So everyone's just going to have to hit their thirds, and we'll see how that plays out.
Nice, easy opener for Sophia Howell over on platform 3. Similar story now. We're just doing a different weight class here. We will be deciding the winners of the 75 kilo weight class on platform 3.
And on the raw side as well, platform 2 is starting to get through their first attempts. Again, really starting to see those totals shake out here. Angel with a very nice opener. Yeah, she looks focused.
Yeah, I love to see it. For the lifters who know like when to switch on. See that bar getting brushed down. As a lifter, as a coach, you can ask for the bar to be brushed down on any attempt. They brush it down on every third attempt. I usually ask for it to get brushed down. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's get a clean bar. Nice work, Mary Jane. Whoa, she's calling her shot there to the audience. 122.5.
All right, we're on our last deadlift here on platform 2. After this, we'll have a forecasted place for everybody. Not a single miss on these openers.
Fantastic. Love to see it. Gabby LeBlanc, patient on the setup, setting the back, dropping the hips, pulling up and through.
Really good job by Christina on that third pull to finish her day.
Raging Cajuns with a strong showing out for this session. Ariel Weisinger, the lifter here, 132 for an opening deadlift.
Oh, Hannah on platform 2 with a very easy second. I think she's got a lot of room.
Julie Wynn. She works through 180. Huge deadlift. Congratulations, Julie Wynn. And the war drums means Callie Cordova is headed to the platform. The armies of Middle Earth are marching.
Big pull. Just too much for the day. $182.5 is going to stay on the bar here for the next 3 attempts. It doesn't look like anyone is looking to change right now. But we'll see if anyone tries to take over position.
Yeah, similar situation. Third place athlete earlier on in the flight will just have to choose what they can do and take it from there. I think the key piece is sometimes when an athlete sets a national record on, let's say, a squat or a bench press, sometimes they just want to lock in an easy deadlift just to secure that national record. It doesn't count until you get a total.
Absolutely. We've got Juliana here taking 182.5. What's interesting here is we'll see, they've had the time to do it, but we'll see if Reagan's coaches want to change her third. I don't know what their plans or goals are. Obviously, everyone has different goals. Her second looked very easy. I feel like she could have pulled at least into first position for the time being.
Yeah, there's two locations. I mean, you can strive for higher placing, or you can try to hold off the lower placing too.
I think a big part of that here, if I'm looking at the numbers right, if they think this is kind of towards her top range, she doesn't have body weight advantage, so she'd have to actually jump 5 kilos and not the 2.5 that she's down right now. But she's had a great day. I mean, all of her lifts have been very easy and explosive.
Nice, Joyce. 162.
So we have Reagan on platform 1.
Come on, Reagan. Big number here, 400 pounds. You can't think about that milestone when you're deadlifting, though.
No, absolutely not.
Can't think about anything. You just got to go dummy mode and just do the job. There are lifters who don't want to know at all what weight is on the bar.
Sit up. Okay, I think that's 9 for 9.
Huge accomplishment. Yeah. Congrats,
that's
Reagan.
That's a great meet.
Yeah, there are lifters who just want to lift. They don't want to know the numbers. Just you load the bar, I will go move the weight.
And with that pull, Reagan is going to sit in second place, so we're going to see if that position holds.
And Lily Hudson rolls the bar toward her before she starts the deadlift. We don't usually see that a whole lot anymore. It's so interesting how much of technique is cultural. Like who you follow, like who are the big people that you're looking up to.
Right.
But in that specific instance, honestly, I think it just adds a little bit of randomness to the deadlift.
I think it's definitely a difficult technique to make sure that's consistent. But when the bar is dead on the floor, just having to orient yourself, I think, gives you the most control.
Janani successful with 150 kilos on platform 3. Savannah will be the next lifter, taking the bar to 160.
We've got Kyra on platform 2, taking 170 kilos.
Yeah, if you're interested in battles, platform 1 will finish the soonest. We're looking at the end of that platform as we're deciding the 82.5 raw female champion.
Well, Michaela fights for it. Right there.
So frustrating to be so close. She really, really gave everything she had. Spotter and Lowe's is checking she's okay. Yep, she just needed a moment to collect herself.
Okay, so if Claire's coming up to do 192.5 kilos. If she hits this weight, she'll move into 5th place.
Yeah, big pull, 2 placings.
Taking her time to get set up.
Come on, Claire.
This is a big pull.
Trying to relax the arms, get those shoulders as low as possible. Just improves the leverages of the deadlift that little bit.
She's up. She's fighting for it.
No,
I think
just not there.
Much.
Couldn't be closer. Okay, our final 2 opening deadlifts for platform 3s, 75 kilo weight class. Peyton Bustede will be the first, 175, and then we're going to see a huge jump. Zariah Patterson has been holding back something special, a 225 opener, a full 50 kilos above the next nearest athlete.
We've got Jillian on platform 1. It's a good pull. With that pull, she maintains first position. It doesn't look like right now anyone's going to jump her, so for the time being, she is your champion. Oh, hold on.
Love it. Uno card.
Brooke Ruland is out of Midland University. They're changing their poll right now. I believe it's a 5 kilo change to overtake it in the first place. So we're going to see that here in 2 attempts.
And we have the same number there, so the lower lot number will go first. All right, Zariah Patterson, if you are interested in powerlifting, everyone, go watch Platform 3. A 225 opener is nuts, especially considering the next nearest lifter is 50 kilos back. Let's see what she's got.
Brooke's pulling for first place right here. She's up. She's up. She's got it, I think.
Brooke. What a pull, Brooke.
If no one else changes, that's her champion.
Did she just do that? Oh, my God. Meanwhile, Zariah was successful with that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone else has the room. That's Brooke Ruland is your 82.5 kilo champion.
Wow.
Out of Midland.
Looks like our overlays aren't totally updated here. Make sure you're following along on LiftingCast.com if you want to see the perfect and up-to-date data. That's exactly what the score tables are using. And we're going to ask and check on what's going on with this because the lifter is currently not Zariah.
And we've got Brooke under down here on platform 2. Again, these ladies are trying to, set up these thirds. It's an interesting strategy here. The second attempts on squat and bench, you might be setting up for that third, but second attempts on deadlift, you might be setting up for a position. Just trying to get yourself in a good spot to jump for wherever you might want to be. So it's a good lift for Brooke. We've got Angel here with 185. Angel is currently in 3rd place. This will maintain that place. However, she's only 3.5 kilos under first place. So first and second place here are separated by 3.5 kilos. Assuming they hit these lifts, of course. Okay. A bit of a fight at the lockout there for Angel, but she's got some room. I believe that's a blue card. It's a good lift, though.
We've got a tight battle here on platform 2 in the 75 kilo raw women's weight class. And we've got a final deadlift on platform 1. Peyton Riddle taking 200. This won't change her placing.
That's a big pull.
It is a very big pull. That is a number to remember. And it won't be there today. It will haunt her in her sleep, and she will get it at some point. Congratulations, Peyton, for the excellent day and for being the last deadlifter in this stacked Collegiate Raw National Championship.
After that pull, Ekaterina on platform 2 is in 1st place. So we're going to see here how this shakes out. These third pulls are going to be very instrumental in placing.
Yeah, let's turn our attention to platform 2 and platform 3, our final 2 active platforms of this day 2 at Collegiate National Champions.
We've got Ariel setting up for 142.5. Okay, that's a nice pull there.
And then there were 2 platforms.
Bit of trouble there for Delia after the knees.
Ah, such a tough pull there. It won't be counted. Congratulations to Iowa State's Dahlia Gardiner. Okay, Zaylin decided to go up just 5 kilos. Looks like no issue for her.
All right, we're starting our third pulls here on platform 2.
The unspoken part about numbers is just beating an old meet PR, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know those numbers most of the time unless we're actively looking at each individual's lift. But, you know, you want to make progress from competition to competition. So it's something that the individual lifters and their coaches are keeping track of.
No, absolutely. If you can secure that meet PR, I mean, you know, you can have a bad meet, you know, attempts-wise, but if you got stronger, you know, there's something to hold your head on.
Absolutely.
And Samantha is fighting. I'm not sure if that was smooth all the way through, but we'll see. Yeah, just a little bit of up and down.
Nice lockout. Zaylin in at 150. Big lift for her. And as these lifters are coming off the platform for these class wins, they will be drug tested. I just saw one of the drug testing officers out here grabbing athletes off the platform. They have to stay with them all the way until they collect a sample. I've done drug testing myself. I've collected for our other athletes. So it's a critical part of the sport and just keeping things fair for all athletes and keeping a clean platform. All right, Isabella Stone will be the next lifter. 155, a 10-kilo jump up. Wearing wrist wraps on deadlifts. You don't oftentimes see this, but some people do think that it actually compresses your wrist a little bit, which will make you squeeze your hands a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm. Especially with that conventional, too. If you're thinking, you know, you're going to have a long grinder, if that helps you stay a little bit automatic on the grip,
absolutely.
It can be worth
I like
it.
to duct tape my hands to the bar, personally.
I'm not sure if that's legal in competition. All right, we're working through these third deadlifts here. Bailey Smith is currently in 5th place. It doesn't look like anyone after her is going to try to overtake her position. I think this is pretty safe if she gets this pull. She's out of VCU. And she's up. Yeah, and I think she got that.
All right, Janani Ilangovan.
Oh, okay. Well, speak of the devil. So Jenny is actually going to pull right here into 4th place. So she just switched her attempt. So this will be into 4th place.
Yep, give me the play-by-play here as we are headed toward the end of Platform 2.
Yeah, she had 182 originally listed, but she only needs 2.5 more to move a position. Looks like there's some sort of issue.
Slow and steady for Janani, successful at 160 kilos. Not a whole lot left for a third attempt, but very successful on that second.
Okay, it looks like they had loaded Jenny's previous weight, so that was 182 on the bar. The spotters and loaders realized the mistake, so now it's back to 177, but Jenny did have to come out.
Okay.
So we're going to see here if that affects her at all. So, again, it's only 2.5 from her second, but she did get very hyped up to come take it.
We are going to see an American record deadlift attempt in 4 attempts on Platform 3. Get ready for Zariah Patterson. Let's go,
She's
Savannah.
She's up. Yep, she's got it. With that, she's in 4th place.
Whoa, Jenny. Huge for team points for Friends University there. Excellent pull.
And it doesn't look like anyone else is able to move up, so I think that's it. That'll be 4th place for Jenny, 5th place for Bailey Smith.
Wow. So secured from the bottom end now. Now it is a battle from 4th to 1st.
Luciana from Texas A&M taking the platform here. She's in 6th place right now. She gets this lift. She'll stay in 6th. Those are big points for the school.
The muscle mass. Just the muscle mass of all these lifters is so incredible.
Oh, she's up. She's fighting.
Out there today for Luciana.
Again, luckily she's maintaining her spot right now. However, it looks like now there's an opportunity for some lifters to come up. So we'll see here how that shakes out in the end.
Now take a look. Peyton Bastide coming out for her second deadlift. She dropped 2 squats early on, but it's been a great day since then. 185 is on the bar. Yep. Looks
Very
good.
nice.
Got room for another third deadlift coming up. And now.
And Kyra's fighting for it. I think she got it.
Perfect. Check out Zariah Patterson's 228 kilo deadlift attempt coming up. I'm worried that she opened too heavy.
You think so?
And gassed herself out a little bit. Could be fine. Could be totally fine. But a 3 kilo jump from a first to a second attempt isn't ordinary. It's not standard.
Right. Especially this heavy, too.
Absolutely, yep. Come on, Zariah. It's a grind and not there today. So it's so easy to play the what-if game because we don't know how things would go.
Right.
You know? But what if she opened at 215 and then took a jump up from there? We don't know.
Right.
Coach and athlete have a plan. They executed the plan. We will see. She's got another shot at it on third attempt.
And I'm thinking, too, I mean, it looks like maybe their goal is just that American record. She doesn't look to be threatened in any sort of placing. I think, maybe taking a different approach there could have helped her out. But we'll see again. You know, I'm sure she's going to come out for that third. All right, we're going to see 190 here twice.
Alternate situation. Maybe 225 was supposed to move way faster than it did.
Right.
And so then they took the lowest number they needed for the record.
Right.
Okay, Sophia summoning all the strength right now for 145. Nice pull, such a gamer. 145, 3 whites.
Good pull by Lindsay there on platform 2.
Yeah, we're coming up to the end of deadlifts here.
Yep, so this is where we're going to start having to worry about position. So if Angel gets this lift, she'll be momentarily in first place, and then the two people competing with her are going to be pulling after her. So we're going to see.
There's that potential chip advantage you were talking about. Ekaterina's in the mix.
That's true, that's true. So she'll be at 475 here. You see, the top 3 right now are separated by 3.5 kilos.
That is so tight.
So she'll be in first place if she gets this lift. And we'll see if she holds it.
Meanwhile, Kristen Keith setting up.
Can she lock it out?
Oh, a little bit dizzy. Someone stay with her.
Okay, that's a tough fail there,
right,
but she's going
there
to be in
she
third
is.
place. So right now we have Ekaterina and I believe Brooke. Brooke has a bigger pull right now listed, so I think she's just going to wait to see what Ekaterina does. But she needs this pull to maintain first place.
Yeah, if you're confident in your ability to deadlift, put in 900 kilos
Right.
and just drop it to what you need.
Yeah, evidently here they're going to end up pulling the same weight. And we're going to have 195 on the bar for the rest of the session.
Look at this. We may see some changes, but what a tight battle here.
She's going to need to get this. This is for first place.
Weisinger successful, 152. Come on, Ekaterina, come on.
She's up. She's up. She's fighting.
Oh,
She's just
everything she had. Oh, it's a little bit of a heartbreak to see. She worked so hard for that. But so did all of these lifters here.
Mm-hmm. I think so. What's going to happen here is Brooke is going to, they're going to take that number down. We're going to see the change. I'm expecting the change.
Mm-hmm. Zaylin Hernandez currently in 10th place with this deadlift, just trying to lock in a successful third, and she does. Zaylin, redemption. Congratulations, 155.
We've got Emily taking 195.
Temporarily moving into 6th.
She's fighting for it.
It does look
She
like she
got
finished
it.
that.
And they just got her. I believe it was just like on the thighs.
A little downward movement there, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm not seeing an attempt change from Brooke. So they've stayed at 195. They don't need 195 to move in the first place.
But they can't drop now.
They can't drop now, though.
Yeah, they're forced into taking 195. Interesting. A 10-kilo jump. Exciting. I wonder if that was strategic.
Go big
Over
pull
on-
out of Jordan Harris. That's 3 whites.
It's in. Over on platform 3, Gabby LeBlanc setting up for 155.
All right,
for
so
2
this is
so
the pull
far.
Here. They had the placeholder. It was at 200. They brought it down to 195. Their competition missed. If Brooke gets this pull, that's first place.
Gabby bobbled a little bit, unfortunately. Let's put our attention on Brooke as we see what she can do with this deadlift. Texas Tech in the house.
She's up. Can she lock it out?
The
Oh,
hand
just a grip.
is slipping. And just like that, first place slipped out of her hands.
So Ekaterina is your 75
Devastation.
champion.
Devastation on the one hand, elation on the other hand. Ekaterina, every winner has a loser. It's always both sides of that. What an amazing flight, honestly.
No, absolutely. I think all of them missing there means they were separated by 3.5.
Yeah. We are seeing Lily Hudson approach the bar, 160 kilos, as she tries to jump a few places to move into 7th here. And on that platform, we have the final 6 deadlifts. Couldn't quite get the hips through on that. Honestly, for a lot of lifters, that is the toughest part of the deadlift.
Right.
Uh,
And if that suit is helping you get up, too. And
Absolutely, yeah. 2 classic miss patterns are either right off the floor or right at lockout. And ladies and gentlemen, we are wrapped up on platforms 1 and 2. We're going to end that stream. Thank you so much for joining that. And if you're interested in a few extra minutes of powerlifting, please tune in to platform 3, our second stream, as we watch the final few lifters and determine the 75-kilo equipped champion.
we're going to have Janani here come out for 165, maintaining 6th place right now.